and welcome. Good evening. So good to see everybody. Welcome to another episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin, right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael. I will be your Dungeon Master for the evening. I'm joined by my wonderful players who you just had the opportunity to witness that really awesome intro video that we had custom made by our very own Kristy Mysticwater. So thanks, Kristy. We appreciate that awesome video. Man, I don't know. I'm like pumped up now to play some D&D after watching that. Thank you for the subscription there, Brittany. 50 months. It's a long time.
What have I been doing with my life?
Playing lots of Dungeons and Dragons online. Well, we're so glad that everyone is joining us tonight. I do have a couple of quick announcements after we thank our sponsors. I want to thank Cardboard Castle Games and Little Dragon Corp for all their support. You can type !Little Dragon or !CCG in our Twitch chat, where you can get quick links to their storefronts and websites where you can purchase RPG-related gear and merchandise. If you use the coupon code BONUS at Little Dragon Corp, you'll get 15% off of your order. So at some point during tonight's episode, if you want to check them out, they've got lots of great stuff. And tell them we sent you while you're there. I do have some Vecna-related announcements. If you use the code Vecna Recap in the Twitch chat, you'll get a quick link to where you can actually see short write-ups of each one of our episodes. So if you're joining us and you have no idea what is going on or where the party is currently, you can jump on there and you can see all the progress that they made for the episodes so far in a very, very short, easy-to-read format. Also...
Progress.
That's right. Also, I wanted to mention that we kicked off our Phandelver and Below campaign on Friday, which was a huge success. Awesome first episode. So we'll be rolling with that on Friday nights. So make sure you check the updates on the schedule. Actually, below our Twitch video, if you click on schedule, you'll see all of our upcoming streams for the next couple of months posted there. And lastly, we have a special stream coming up this Saturday. DM Charner from Eberron is going to be running us through a one-shot of the One Ring RPG by Free League Publishing. Matthew's going to be there with us. We're going to be traveling through Middle-earth. So if you're into Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, the Tolkien fantasy, join us on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. First time I've ever played the game. I kickstarted it and I own it, but I have a ton of games over there that I would never have enough time to play. So I'm glad that Charner has agreed to run it for us. It's going to be a pretty fun event. So make sure you come and check it out on Saturday.
What time?
Oh, I think we're going to start at 4 p.m. So it'll be 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. I think that's all of my announcements. Do any of you have any announcements that we need to get out of the way before we start?
We just got a player reroll from Matt Black.
Oh, Matt Black cashing in player rerolls.
It's called out specifically for Hazel, so she stops plotting to kill him.
I guess
Also,
you're on the good side again, Adam.
Also, Adam, while you're watching, if you could do me a huge favor, if you could listen to the audio levels of everybody's voices and let me know how it's sounding out there in Twitch land, I would really greatly appreciate that. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys your player reroll here.
And Beyond is noting that players are louder than the DM.
Players are louder than the DM. Got it. What is wrong here? Something is wrong.
So while our lovely Dungeon Master is setting that up, I already threw the command in there, but just so you know, you can also use it code !dogs, the number 4, and then life to get a link to Shannon's Linktree and all the information for her store and all that fun stuff. So definitely go check that out while our Dungeon Master is fixing his tech issues.
Oh, yeah. It was weird because the volume was totally different last week, and now I have to adjust it the opposite way, which is really, really strange. So-
Discord doing Discord things.
Discord doing Discord things. That's got to be it. Because
Beyond just saying it's better.
it's getting better. Good. I'm just cranking everybody's all my players' volume down a little bit, and then we'll be good.
Can you just call me a little bit?
Yep, you're our little bit.
Those fighting words
Oh.
right there, isn't that? Those fighting words. Okay, I think I got it adjusted. Let me know beyond if anything needs to be adjusted from there. I'm gonna try that, and we'll see how that goes. All right. Well, and welcome, Nikki Rain. Good to see you. We're gonna dive into tonight's episode because last we left
Hey,
off.
she can talk.
I'm gonna switch our music here. Last we left off, Odd was opening a door.
Don't blame me.
You're literally the only one at the door. It's all your fault.
I'm just doing what you guys wanted me to do. It's peer pressure.
So, now Odd, I do have a question because it has been 2 weeks, so I want to make sure that I'm remembering this right.
I
You
did successfully roll stealth.
Right. You did also cast light, but you also cast light to make sure that Hazel could see, guiding the captive that you freed out of the graveyard. So do you have light recast on you somewhere, or was the light... I can't remember what you cast light on to...
Light was on the survivor, and
Okay.
Hazel left with the survivor, I believe.
and then stumbled back in
came
the
back.
dark. Okay.
Yeah, it was
Hit a
it
couple
was great.
walls, You know.
Yeah. So, right now, are you able to see anything on your...
A door.
I just don't... I can't remember if I have... Oh, yeah, I do have, like, a torch, like, set up on you, so I have, like, light coming from you. Did you recast it, or...
I don't believe so. So somebody else, maybe local to me, might have it.
Well,
But
Selena
as
had
far as
lit torch last game.
okay,
Yeah,
so
Selena's
it would be
up
it would probably be dim light from her.
Okay. So, you can see into the room. It's pretty dark in here, but you can see a little bit from just the light that's creeping in from the flickering torch. You can see that pipes climb the north wall, disappearing near the ceiling, and a complicated series of cogs and 3 hand-turned wheels connect the pipes. But other than that, it's a pretty small chamber.
I don't hear anything, or there's no signs of life other than a cog.
You hear just occasional drips of water. That's it.
Okay. I guess I will cast light then.
Okay. What are you casting it on?
We'll say my dagger.
Your dagger illuminates, and you should be able to see really well.
Oh, I closed my own door.
Close the door to your
It's a
face.
closet. Look at that.
Quick, somebody lock it.
All right, I'm coming out of the closet. There we go. Oh. All right. So, do you want an investigation roll, or is it kind of moot point?
You can make an investigation roll. Like,
All right. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to hope for the best. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Nope. Either way, I rolled 9.
you're not. I mean, obviously these wheels control these pipes, but what they do, you have not a clue.
I'm gonna take a look as well. You
Okay.
said an insight check
It's
or
be,
investigation?
Be an investigation check, yes.
Not great.
As Selena comes in and looks around, same thing. Like you, no idea what these do.
Probably best not to mess with them.
Can I open the door that I'm in front of and see what's going on in that room?
Absolutely, if you'd like to, you should be able to open it.
Yep.
You actually see something very similar. Pipes along the south wall of this room disappear into the walls near the ceiling. There's a complicated series of cogs, but this one has 4 hand-turn wheels that connect to the pipes.
Oh, okay. It looks like it also has another door leaving it.
Mm-hmm.
Selena, I think you're supposed to turn that wheel over there to the right.
I don't know if I trust that.
I rolled a 29 with deception.
I guess I do.
Let's try that wheel. Pretty
The
sure
one
that's
I'm
the one.
standing in front of, or
Well,
the
Selena's
one?
actually in a different room now from you, Odd.
Oh no!
Selena's in
She
the
left
top
me.
room.
Oh.
She left, you turn around and Selena's just not there.
Hazel's just whimpering in the dark because she got left
Where
in the
did
dark
she go?
for a while.
Okay.
I'm in the other room. Bottom,
I thought you were
bottom.
standing right next to me.
No,
Okay.
I know that was me.
You
Orkin,
definitely
odd,
deceived me.
same letter. I deceived you into thinking I was Orkin. Yep.
Yep.
Great, you can blame me for this one.
All right.
Guess I'll give it a try. I can always turn it back the other way if it doesn't work.
Okay, are you turning the one on the far right? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
the one
was
that-
on the wrong side.
Okay.
There you go. Yep. Sorry, I was in the way.
You turn it, and it seems to, like, it gets easier to turn as you kind of crank it.
Okay.
But nothing really seems to change.
Forrest, you don't see
exact-
anything in there?
It's exactly what I thought it would do.
From somewhere in the ether, you hear the voice yell, "Lick the eyeball!"
Eyeball, where? Hazel starts sniffing for an eyeball in the dark because everyone left her in the dark.
I thought it was still on your neck. Or did we leave it?
No, we put that eyeball back, I'm pretty sure.
That eyeball back where it belongs. No, I
Did
should've
you,
been keeping
did you
her.
find a new one from the whites?
No, I licked up their blood.
You.
Fair point. Probably too similar.
You
Little
guys
more rusty.
demolish those whites. I don't think there's anything left of those.
I'm gonna open another doorway.
All right. Or can you open a doorway? Appears to be just a small chamber with pipes.
Can I try the middle one?
The middle one? Sure. So you kind of start cranking the middle one. It kind of squeals a little bit as you're kind of like turning it. Other than that, nothing really seems to happen.
And nothing
Well,
out
might as well
here.
turn. Might as well turn the left one.
Has Orkin turned any of them? Or is he just wandering?
He's just wandering.
I'm just wandering and looking right now.
Okay.
He's exploring the rest of the dungeon.
I
All by
found my way to a
himself.
closet. Is there anything in here? Any signs of life?
You can go ahead and make a check.
Unlife.
Let me see something.
Intimidation check?
Definitely not an intimidation check.
Reveal yourself to me, villain!
You can either make you can make a perception or investigation check. Looking around here.
Let's see.
It'd be funny if Vecna just popped out. Hey, you got me.
Peekaboo.
Reveal yourself. Oh, found me.
We'll do investigation, because that's a little better.
Just pops out. Judo chop. Hits you in the neck. Just pipes.
Man, we are terrible at investigation. I'm telling you.
It's
I foresaw this. Remember, I told you we were going to be terrible at intelligence rolls as a group.
I mean, I got a +5, man. Well,
Don't
so
be very
Orkin, that's
much
gonna
on the
work.
farm.
Okay. Come back in and just
Sir
Feeling
Forrest.
frustrated, is just going to try to like slap one of the wheels to see if he can get it spinning as he walks through.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're just gonna slap one of them? Which
Yep.
one are you slapping?
You said there are 4 in there?
There are 4 in there.
Roll
1, 2, 3, 4.
1d4. Roll 1d4.
Spin number 1.
Okay, when you spin number 1, it gets like a lot like loose. Like it seems to like loosen up a lot, and it starts to spin on its own eventually. You can hear what sounds like a more rapid water flow coming out of the pipes that are pouring down to that large basin where you talked to the water elemental just a little while ago.
I'm going to stick my head out the door and look. Does it seem like it's pouring more water into it?
Yeah, it seems as if you raised the water pressure.
Oh.
Selena, you notice too a little bit more water starting to like drip from the connections in the pipes above your head.
Uh-oh. Does that mean they're leaking?
It just seems to you as if more water is going through these now.
Okay.
Sir Forrest, do you sense anything on your death door?
I mean, I suppose I could try.
Undead door?
So are you that's undead. Are you going to use your divine sense? Is that what?
Yeah, I think it's undead, celestial fiends and undeads. Within 60 feet.
60 feet. No vibe of that within 60 feet.
Yeah, nothing around here. There is that other locked door in the other room.
The one that was up where they said the cult was coming from, right?
I think I should stop having the Twitch tab open because I just saw a complete tour of the facility thanks to Michael.
Yeah, don't look at Twitch. Only look at the chat.
You just got to remember, what you know is not what Odd knows.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, hearing Forrest say that, Orkin's gonna look over. Well, we might as well go take a look and see if we can get it open, right?
Well, let me try something if you don't mind. Okay.
What did you have in mind?
I pull out my deck of cards. They're all face down, of course. Don't know what card I'm about to pull. I cast Augury.
Okay.
What you got, Michael? I'm going to ask it, is it a good idea to continue tinkering with these wheels or nah?
How do I spell augury?
Augury.
URY, got it. I'll double check the description of the spell real quick just so I make sure I'm doing this correctly.
Mm-hmm. It's my deck of cards. That's the casting tool.
Okay. So you ask
Whether or not it's a good idea to continue tinkering with these wheels since everybody else wants to continue onward. I apologize if you can hear my monkey hooting in the background.
you get an omen, wheel and woe. Which for you could be for both good and or bad results.
I pulled the Joker, meaning if we continue and we do it incorrectly, something bad may happen. But if we do things correctly, something good is going to come of this. The question is, what's the difference? We have seven wheels to tinker with, according to what we found so far. The possible combinations is mind-blowing. Do we want to risk it?
You also get the feeling that if someone were just to, without making any checks, if someone were to just sit here for about 10 minutes to 30 minutes and just really kind of look over this stuff and play around with it and really get an idea of what's happening between the two rooms, that you could probably discern what is taking place, but it would take a little bit of time.
This Joker card is very specific.
Guys just hear a very sad howl sound from the big room where you all left Hazel, because she has no light and all her friends went in different directions, so she's just sitting there.
No, I came out to the hall so you can have some light. See?
That's not enough. Hazel still crying.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna run back to Hazel with my torch because
Bubby just wants attention.
Have you ever had a big dog?
I don't like the sad puppy.
As soon as Selena gets close, Hazel like almost body checks her, but pulls back enough to not knock her over, and just leans in and goes, "I can't help with turning wheels. Somebody else will either have to turn wheels or make a decision."
Odd just kind of stares at Forrest. You're the logical one.
I mean, we don't know where these go. And we don't know how long these hostages have.
Touche. The DM could be evil.
Could be a distraction.
Not opposed to taking a closer look, but I don't want to spend too much time.
May I suggest? Let me see what I got in spells. Nope, I do not have it. A short rest? Wow. Somebody with good knowledge and foresight studies the patterns.
That's one option.
And who exactly would that be?
Orcon.
Well, looking at you, Orcon.
I was gonna say, what about our primordial friend?
I can certainly ask, but they don't seem to leave the tub much, so I'm gonna stick my head under the water and just like very face it and go, "Hello," in primordial.
And into the water. You see that familiar elemental humanoid-esque looking form rise up out of the water and is just enjoying this extra blast of water that seems to be just showering down into this basin. When you stuck your head down in there, you realize like the water was near the top as it is. It's starting to rise a bit. It's like getting near the edge of the basin. And he kind of like looks at you and says, "Oh, thank you for the water."
Oh, it is our pleasure. We were hoping you might have some information on these strange wheels that are in these other rooms. Do you know how they work?
Well, in the past, they've been used to raise and lower the water level within, well, this here home of ours. But the pipes also lead other places in the complex.
Oh, interesting.
The specifics of how they work, I do not know.
Oh, you have provided an exorbitant amount of information compared to what we just had. I appreciate it, and I shall let this fill up to the brim of our little basin you are in.
Why,
And
thank
then
you.
we shall continue on our way.
We enjoy the sensation of the shower. And he kind of like drops down, but you see two others like form up that look more like, they don't look like they're taking more of a humanoid. They almost look like more serpentine, but they're still shaped like water. And then they kind of like lower back in. So there's multiple like living in here.
Orcon's going to look at the group and... Well, apparently these control water levels not throughout the pipes only, but throughout the entirety of this establishment. So as soon as this basin is full, I'm going to go back in and turn that wheel that I was playing with so that we don't flood it. And then I feel we don't play with any of the others until we have discerned other areas of this place that we're searching that may or may not be flooded or affected by these knobs.
We could always come back and
So-
turn the knobs if we don't find anybody.
Do you let us know about his little friends?
Well, I'm
Well, I assume we
assuming if
all
you're
saw it.
in the room, you would have seen the two.
Yeah, you're in
Things
the
raised
you
out of
saw
the
them.
We have eyes.
Oh, okay. It's the room in the middle. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought it was the room on the side that he was peeking into.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I can foresee. Well, I can assume based on the results of augury that, well, the results of my cards, because I probably don't know what the hell the spell's actually named. The good could be that we could release these guys and they can be on our side. The bad could be elsewhere. We could be drowning somebody essential to our mission.
Yeah, unless we know where else this goes, I don't want to do too much.
Yeah, I'm with Orkin. Let's turn off the water as soon as we're done here.
Does it pretty much get up to the lip of the basin at this point?
Oh yeah, just it's pretty much all the way up to the lip of the basin. So if you wanted to crank it down, you could crank it down.
Run
to-
back in, spin that knob the other direction.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's still like running, but it's just like a small amount that's just creating like this nice little trickle from each pipe. So it's
Yeah,
what you had from before.
no treasure is worth risking somebody else's life. So let's continue on, I suppose.
Should
Can
we
I-
turn all the other knobs back where the way they were? A few if you turn knobs.
Yeah, I turned 3 of them.
She turned
I
every knob in the other room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case.
The Orcan doesn't know about that, so
Yeah.
he just
I think,
other group decided to move, so he starts squeezing his way back north.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Orkin was the only one that turned knobs,
Before Orkin leaves.
and I kind of elbow Selena like he was the only one that turned the knobs. None of us did anything.
Orkin, can you show me which one you turned?
Of course. And,
I want to take some rope that I have and tie a little bow on it so we remember if we have to come back.
Okay. That's a good idea. Yeah, so
And
Selena
Orcan
takes a
will
little
walk
bit of
over,
rope.
point it out to her.
Of course. Yeah, with ease, she can tie a little bow around the turning wheel that you spun.
And then I do the same and turn the other ones back how they were before I messed with them.
Got it. Okay. Easily done. Actually, Selena, whenever you walked into that room, it seems as if the water pressure through the pipes, like there wasn't as much water like dripping or running down the pipes after Orkin had turned off his ring from the other side.
So I'm still going to tie the bows because that means, in theory, the 4 of them are connected.
Mm-hmm.
We're not spending more time here, so that at least can be like a bookmark for the future if we have to come back.
Okay.
So out of character, since I wasn't here, which way did you guys come in to the room? South, I'm assuming.
From the north, yeah.
From the north? Oh, okay. So what's this down here?
Oh, that
that's
little
where we
room's where we
found.
found
That's
the guy.
yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
That's where you
So what's
freed
this
the prisoner.
down here? Oh, that's right, the clock guy.
Mhm.
So what's this over here?
What's this button do?
What's this button do?
Yeah,
Oh god, there's a
just-
huge wolf monster. Oh,
just
wait,
just
it's
to give
Hazel.
you guys a refresher of this large chamber, it seems like to your left there is just a short kind of set of like it's like a set of stairs that leads up to like a 5-foot like little landing there, and that was the door that had the eye like crudely painted on it. There are 3 doors to the north. The one in the middle has a nice shiny new padlock on it.
Oh, this seems out of place.
Yeah, there was one of those just like it on the other room with the gnome.
Wow. They prefer to be called height declined. Okay, height challenged.
No, I'm fairly certain they prefer to be known as gnomes, but
Oh, fair. All right.
The one in
Is it
the
with-
middle is the locked one, right?
One in the middle is locked, yes.
Did I get it?
Oh, no, sir.
Approaches and with ease hears the click of the lock as he's using his thieves' tools, and the lock opens easily.
Oh, what do you know? It was open the whole time.
Uh-huh.
no longer
And then I
locked.
lock it again. I lock it again. Just showing off at this point. All right.
Oh, did you lock it again?
Yeah.
And then he unlocked
Okay.
it to be smart.
So here's what happens. You lock it, and then the second time you try to unlock it, it doesn't unlock.
Hang on.
That's what you get.
Stop playing
All right,
tricks.
fine.
And then you stop playing around, and this time it actually unlocks.
16 was not high enough then.
apparently there is something valuable in that room.
All right. So I got the padlock. Open the door.
All right. Inside.
I am
this
listening
is
at this other door.
Okay.
Just because
I will-
you're listening in case anyone's coming.
Okay. I'll get to that in just 1 minute.
No worries.
For this one, you see there's kind of like a 20-foot hall that leads back to an old crypt that holds a single open coffin containing a few tattered blankets. Within those tattered blankets, you see a humanoid figure that seems to be trying to get comfortable and trying to rest.
Are you okay?
Oh, what?
Are
and
you
see-
well?
Not really. Who is that? Who's there?
I'm housekeeping.
You're a liar. They don't have housekeeping here.
We're under new management. The manager's right back here. He points at Oregon.
Who's listening to a door?
He's currently at another door with his ear pressed up against it.
Make a perception check, Orkin.
Wait, me or Odd?
Yeah, I said
You,
Oregon.
because you're listening at the door, correct?
Yeah, so a deception check?
Perception.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a
You know,
mask.
I got
you do
That's the downside of the mask. What? Deception?
You don't really hear anything, Orkin.
Oh, crap. Do you need assistance?
Yes, please. What? Can
Alright,
you
I would-
get
A
me out of
giant
here?
wolf walks up
Approach.
and sticks their head around the corner.
If you-
And looks
what is that? Have you?
in. Hello.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
Oh, I know that.
That's just a friend of
one
ours.
One of those druid wild shapes. That is. I love it.
right.
I don't
You're
think
not-
your bed looks very comfy. Do you want to come out here?
It's terrible. It's very dirty.
I'm comfier than that.
And you guys notice a woman who looks like. Let me see if I can find a. I was hoping that I had the handout like right there and ready to go, but it's not there. It's in an alphabetical order. Maybe.
Not likely.
Yes, found it. Okay, I will show to players, show to everyone, a woman that looks like this. And Selena, as you look into the room, you immediately recognize this woman as Sarcelle Malinosh, the sorcerer
Mentor.
that you had some experience with.
Sarcelle, what are you doing here?
I was taken in the night by two terrible beasts. They brought me here. A bunch of cultists.
You two know each other?
We met briefly for a week. Sarcelle was trying to teach me a little bit, but our time was limited. Sarcelle, what did the beast look like?
Well, they were able to kind of shield my eyes as they were kidnapping me. But they were massive, strong, hulking, furry.
Hazel's relatives.
Had a very muscular form as they were holding on to me. They were speaking, but in some kind of language I didn't understand.
Can you tell us more about the cultists and what happened right before you were taken?
It's been a very, very rough week for me. I feel rather useless. I recently had an endeavor into the outer planes that went a little bit awry, and I seem to have lost my ability to hone my magic. Upon returning, I was trying my best to make an insight check. You believe she's telling you the truth, Odd? With a nat 20. But you feel like that there's something bothering her. Like, it's like not just this. Is like really kind of under her skin. I was just milling about trying to see what I could do to fix it, and was making my way through the night and was pulled in by those two hulking creatures. Brought me here. Some of the members of this cult threw me in this chamber. Rarely check on me.
Would you like some food? Have they given you
please.
anything?
Not much.
You seem uneasy about something. Are you afraid of wolves? You can tell me.
She
I
kind of
nip
chuckles
at
a little bit.
Odd's heels.
No, I've come across a fair amount of druids with wild shape abilities in my lifetime. In my meditations, I sometimes drift. I sometimes see visions. Oftentimes, I don't know if they are true visions of the future, if I'm seeing things of the past. I can't be totally certain, but I saw a vision recently of a desiccated figure, a man, levitating off of the ground, gathering evil energy around himself in these glowing wisps. The desiccated man then screamed and the energy exploded, causing something terrible to happen. Something that I felt deep in my heart. But then the vision was cast out and over.
Could you see anything around him? Or just him and the energy?
Just him and the energy. Everything else was blurry. It was just a short vision.
When you say vision, do you think they're visions or dreams and nightmares?
There's something I must tell you about myself. I am a
Dabble.
I dabble in the arcane, but my abilities they come from somewhere inside, and they're a little haphazard at times. Sometimes I don't have complete control over my abilities. So sometimes I can't be totally for certain if what I'm seeing is a vision or a dream or a nightmare. It all seems to kind of... The ebb and flow is kind of hard to describe.
Have you been purchasing any silk root from the Zentarum, if you know what I mean?
No.
Oh, not those kind of visions. Okay, we're good. Well then.
I do want to tell you guys that the vision that Sarcel just shared with you is another one of those secrets that can be spent like secret currency. So you now have 2 of those. So, Brittany, if you're taking notes for the squad, you can put Sarcel's secret was learned for your party. Uh-oh, it looks like we've
I'm just
got
going to
some
call out
people-
in chat real quick
Oh.
there. Nikki Rain is making it rain.
Oh yeah, we've got the 2 D6, D8,
D10.
2 D10s. I will put those in there for you. Yeah.
Now, Odd's trying to make it rain.
Nice.
Broke.
Yeah, I'm broke. I got like 257 Probo points. Wow, I just clicked the button and I shot up to 6.7k. That makes sense.
2 D10s.
Monday
Right.
Mania.
Mondays. Do gooder. Oh wow, thanks.
Alright.
Well, I can either try to make you more comfortable in this lovely. I love what you've done to the place. It's really. What are we going for? Like drab and dreary kind of misery, or the Hazel Express can take you out of the tomb into safety.
I would love that. I do not want to stay here any longer.
Woof woof. Get it? Woof woof.
Hazel's
All right.
staring directly at Odd and is wondering at what point in this travel, in the dungeons, in the tunnels down here, she can eat him without anyone noticing.
Oh my.
And then she'll look at Sarcel.
Mhm.
2 things. I run pretty fast, so you have to hold on, and I don't have a saddle. That's number 1. Number 2, this express trip comes with some rules. And that rule is you have to go to Neverember's house and say, hey look, your friends got me out because we're doing him a favor. If you don't tell him, I will hunt you down and bite you. Okay?
Oh, I have no problem doing that. That sounds... As long as you get me out of here, absolutely.
I look at Selena for a second. Did you want to ask her anything else or talk to her a bit longer before I take her out?
Yes.
Okay.
Sarcel, once you're done reporting to Lord Neverember, where will you go in case we need to find you to ask you more questions? How do we contact you?
I'll probably just return to my home and see if I can get a few days of a rest and hopefully work on how to fix my spellcasting problem.
One last thing. Can you sign my book? She hands her like little journal, the same one that she handed to the previous secret keeper.
Sure. She takes the quill and kind of signs her name onto your book.
Perfect. Now we have proof that we found you.
Of course.
I'm gonna stick near to Selena because she's got a torch. So here you go, puppy. Do you have like a collar
Yeah,
or anything?
has, like,
Okay.
She has like it's still it's empty now. The glass jar that had the eye in it. She still keeps that on her, and it's still around her neck like a collar, even though there's no eye anymore. So the jar's.
All right. So I am going to recast light on her empty jar.
Okay.
So the dagger goes out, the jar lights up, and I'm back to being blind. So I wander back to Selena so I can see again.
Sure. Yeah, and Sarcelle kind of hops onto the back of Hazel. Hazel, with the light of the bottle illuminating in front of her, is able to safely get Sarcelle out of the graveyard through the wandering undead that seem to roam this place. You drop her off in the street, and she bids you another thank you and starts making her way towards Lord Neverember's.
Before she like completely walks off, Hazel will just say, "Think a little longer about if it's dreams and nightmares versus visions. I like dreams. They're fun to talk about. So maybe we'll come see you soon."
Sure, I will think it over. Thank you once again.
And she lets out a little howl and turns and like jumping on zombie skeletons as she runs through the graveyard.
Yeah, it's smashing
Yeah.
skeletons on your way in. Yes, absolutely.
Just making
And
all the noise.
Stealing some
Hazel,
bones
you
for a
are
crunchy snack.
with
Yeah, there's
the-
definitely like a femur in her mouth as she runs back into the room.
Oh my god.
Nice. Yeah. The Hazel returns, bone in mouth, as you see her make her way here, and you guys have now found and rescued 2 of the missing nobles that Lord Neverember sent you to find.
50% done.
All right.
Did we check these other 2 rooms just to be thorough?
Always.
That's right. Let me look down this hallway for whatever's behind this doorway.
Well,
I
that's
don't hear
likely to be
anything
where the
coming,
cult went, so let's try these other doors first, I think.
I suppose.
All right, so Forrest is opening up that door. Forrest,
Yeah.
you see beyond there stone shelves in this room that contain boxes and bags. A few crates are stacked against the wall.
So does
Well, let's
Forrest have dark vision, or does he have a torch or whatever?
I have dark vision, yes.
He has dark
Okay,
vision.
okay. So it's just me and Selena then. All right.
And I'm going to
And
assume
dog.
that when Hazel came back,
I
you
don't
switched
either.
the light back to... I'm just kind of like assuming that you're going to switch the light back onto you.
If you want to take the light off of the jar and put it back on the dagger.
No, I'll keep it on Hazel.
Okay.
Like,
I guess
what I was
Selena's
saying
got
is,
a
like,
torch, right?
the only person I could partner with at the moment until Hazel got back was Selena.
Okay. So
Because
now we've
I
got
can't
a minute
rely on his
20
dark vision.
20 feet of light and 20 feet of low light coming from Hazel. There we go. So Hazel, you should have some light coming from you.
She dances
Oh,
around.
yeah.
I mean, it looks like they just stored some stuff in here. I'll take a quick look through it.
Yeah, as you're taking a quick look, you do see in one. It seems to be a store as like a supply room. There's a lot of things of lantern oil in here. There's a box of like chains and some things, some manacles in here. You also notice that among the supplies there are 2 potions that look like they have like a red sparkly liquid in them, but they have this like sticky label on them that says healing use only.
Well, I'll take the potions.
Okay, got it. So you have 2 potions that you scooped up from in this room.
While Forrest is doing that, Selena's gonna go through this other door.
Okay, go ahead. You should be able to click on that door and it should open for you. So in this room, You see on the floor there's a metal grate, 10-foot square. It blocks access to a shallow stone pit. Inside the pit, you see a small gold harp, a handful of loose papers, and a piece of bloody cloth.
So the gold harp, loose papers, and bloody cloth.
Yes.
How deep is it?
3 feet deep.
Can I try and see if I can move it? Or would it be way too heavy? Or cemented into the ground?
Let me see.
The same height. Chat says
Yeah,
it's
question
large.
of curiosity about that height. How tall are you, Selena?
3 feet, exactly.
It looks to you like this thing is pretty well secured into like the edges of the floor. It would take something more than somebody like hitting it or pulling on it to be able to like dislodge it from the floor. You see that the grate, the openings in the grate are 5 inches square. So it's not like super small. Like somebody could like put their hand down through the grate.
Did I use my crowbar?
Your
That came with my
crowbar?
Yeah, with my dungeon pack to see if
Yeah.
I can even just enough movement to be able to try and
Okay. Go ahead and make
think of something other options.
This is going to be just like a strength roll with advantage because you're using your crowbar. It's not budging, Selena.
I tried. Anybody else want to try?
Oh yeah, strength is my strong point.
Try what? What do we need?
I can see what I can do.
While
Or
Forrest
put it
is
right-
there, I'm gonna go over
Great
by
strength
him.
roll, right?
Yep, strength roll. If you're using the crowbar, you'll have advantage.
Got to roll advantage.
15.
All right, there's the advantage.
Your crowbar slips and you kind of like smash your hand off of one of the bars. It does not budge.
That's very stuck.
Alright.
What'd you say
Oh.
was down underneath it again? Like a gold harp?
Yeah,
Some
you can see
paper?
there's
Hold
a
on.
beautiful gold harp down there. Like it looks like it's worth like a lot of gold.
Let me try something. All right. I'm going to slip past Selena, stand next to Forrest, and say, "You've got this, champ. Try it again." And this time, that's his inspiration. So,
I can add a.
what's that going to give you?
Is
1d
it D10 or is it
1d6.
1d6?
Oh, it could be more than
Yeah.
1d6.
You're a 10th level.
Yeah, but
How
I'm
many,
only
how many levels are
4.
hard?
I'm only 4 in
Oh,
bar,
yeah,
remember?
you're a multi-classed. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
So-
so D6.
Wow, why do
inspiration.
you say that like a bad thing? You're one of those
You're
multi-classes.
one of those multi-classers. Oh, jeez.
Filthy inbred.
What are you thinking?
He's a muggle. He's a
The D8 or D6.
D6.
That'd be a total
I
of
like that.
22.
Now you get a better like you get the crowbar locked in a little bit better, kind of in the corner, and you start really like cranking on the thing, cranking on it, and it slips again. This
Right,
is
I
a
don't think I can give any
very
more than that.
very hard thing to do.
And you rolled a 19 and still failed. That's scary.
17 on the die, but yeah.
That's scary. Oh boy.
Anybody else want to try? I was out into the hallway from working.
Try what? What are you trying to do?
They're trying
Pet
to open
things?
something.
Wait, what is this made out of?
Metal?
Metal.
Orkin's gonna walk into the room real quick
Mm-hmm.
and look at what they're pointing.
Yeah.
I
Now-
want the papers.
Looking down at this harp,
Mhm.
is it laying on its side or is it standing?
It's laying on its side.
Okay. Orkin's gonna look over and ask if he can I borrow your crowbar? Gonna take the
I think this is
crowbar,
the most the crowbar has ever been used in any of my D&D games. I think it's fantastic.
and it's got sort of a curve and then that like L hook on it, right?
Yeah, like one end is like completely curved, and the other end has like a little, almost like a pry bar end to it.
Yeah. So Orkin's
You-
gonna
you've-
hold
you've got
that
this,
sort of pry
champ.
bar end
There's another
stick the hook
inspiration.
down through the grate
Okay.
and try to hook the harp.
All
Okay.
right,
The
that's not what I had in mind.
crowbar is only going to be about 2 feet.
Right, so I'm
So,
literally gonna just stick
gonna
my
put your-
arm. Yep.
Got it. Go ahead, and I want you to make a sleight of hand check for me.
Okay.
Please be careful.
Excuse me.
That is an 18.
I think he also gave you bardic inspiration for that.
Oh, I got bardic inspiration too.
Yeah. Quick-
Yeah, odds
quick-
throwing it out like candy.
Okay,
Quick,
so D6. That's a 23.
23. What were you interrupting with there, Odd? Looks like he's
just throwing it out there. When he goes down to put his crowbar, and he's swinging in and slightly missing. Odd just casts Mage Hand, grabs the crowbar and hooks the harp with it, and then the Mage Hand gives him a thumbs up.
okay.
Like you could have just asked. You could've just-
Well, yeah. Well, as his hand is down there, like he's like fishing around, he does a really great job. Like he's grabbing it, like starting to pull it up, and then there's a mage hand there, like helping you lift it the rest of the way.
Like holding it.
Yeah, and two, like when you get the crowbar like wrapped around it, it does like scoop, like you get a couple of those like torn papers on it too, as you're kind of like pulling it up through, and you've successfully removed the harp out of this grate and is now in your possession.
It'll fit through one of the holes.
It does fit. It slides through. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can Odd collect the rest of the torn papers with his little magic hand?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Odd kind of grabs the papers. Do you want the bloody cloth too?
Yeah, sure. I'll take it.
Okay, yeah. I'm just sending the hand down to grab all
it's
this
a
stuff.
memento. It's a memento.
Magic hand flies up and drops the papers and cloth into Odd's hands.
I'm completely against littering, so I'm trying to clean up the world. Thank you.
Orkin will give the crowbar and basically everything that was on the crowbar to Selena where she was looking for it.
Mm-hmm. This is a very, very, very nice harp. Like you could probably cash in with it pretty well. I mean, it does look like it's probably a useless musical instrument, but it's probably like pure gold.
We didn't have to battle the devil for it.
No such thing. No such thing as a useless musical instrument.
As Orkin is walking by and handing it to Selena, just remember me when the paycheck comes in. I'm going back out to join Hazel.
Is there anything
Thank
written
you,
on
Orc.
these pieces of paper?
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
can we make any
as
sense of it?
As you look, as you're kind of like putting the pieces together, it seems like it was definitely like maybe discarded or maybe it just fell out of somebody's pocket. You're not sure because it's like crinkled and ripped at places, but you kind of reassemble it. It looks like the papers detail plans to kidnap a Neverwinter aristocrat named Endrina Lamsensettle. The notes include a map to her estate, schedules of her movements, and suggestions that she knows an important secret about Lord Neverember. You can see that there's you can see there's a scrawl in the margin of the note that claims her secrets will make a worthy sacrifice.
I know this Indrina. Me and her go a little bit back in the hair toss performance field. We've shared a stage together before.
Was her name on the list that we were originally given? I don't remember.
Yes. Mhm.
She's
Yes.
the actress in High Society.
Right.
Mhm.
Good teamwork.
When everyone comes out eventually, you see Hazel sniffing and listening at this door that Orcan was at before and is now trying to use her wolf senses to see if anyone's over there.
Okay. You can also make a perception check.
Similar to spider senses.
Odd, you have a feeling too that the bloody cloth that you pulled out of here is actually a piece of someone's cloak. And as you're kind of like looking at the grate, looking at this cloth, it seems like maybe somebody was trying to reach in there and get that harp, and something caused their clothing to rip and caused their flesh to pour blood for some reason.
It's a nat 20 for 24.
All right. Well, I think it's safe to go down there.
You're smelling around, and there's definitely a scent of individuals have come and gone around this way. You're not sure of like a number or, I mean, but you can smell. It's definitely the aura of individuals have been moving through here recently.
It's recent, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, Hazel will, even though she can talk, is just kind of like lightly pawing towards the door and looking at
Selena, you left me and I can't see anything. I'm literally in a black map. I have no idea how to get out of this room.
Someone also closed the door. So.
Thank you.
Sorry. I thought
I'm
you
like-
were moving right behind me.
That might be my fault for closing the door behind Selena.
Oh yeah, I
I
get that.
Tried to move, but I kept like closing it on myself. I finally got
I
out.
thought it was
left
I
on.
thought it was odd trying to leave. Every time it opened, I closed it.
No, it was
Well.
me.
Only one more way to go.
Jeez.
There's definitely people down that way.
With
Um,
Hazel giving the approval, Orkins is going to open the door and
All
Right,
right,
as he's
so
opening the door, does Selena have the bloody rag from the other room? The bloody cloth?
I think
out,
Odd
or
still
just
has
put it
that.
away? Who has
yeah,
the bloody cloth?
I have the bloody cloth, and I hold it up to your nose and I say, "Pick up the scent, girl. Come on."
Okay.
There you go.
I mean, I'm going to smell for it because I want to see if it matches what I just smelled down, like, kind of like looking for
Now,
the blood.
you
I-
do get a similar scent from it, yeah.
Since I did miss last session, but I brisked through the notes. We have not actually encountered any cultist members in this.
Nah, just some whites.
Yeah.
Okay.
Undead whites that were kind
And
of
the
So-
clockmaker.
entrance of this
Odd-
chamber.
Odd is going off of the assumption that they're the same cult that we faced 10 years ago. And he is going to disguise self with the same robes just in case.
Okay, sure. So
Yeah, I
Odd,
think the gnome confirmed that for us actually last time.
Watch, they changed fashion about 5 years ago.
It was only a year ago.
Oh, okay. Oh, was it?
Maybe
Okay,
5
sorry.
years back.
Orcon, as you're walking through into this room, this small room appears to be a crossroads between different parts of the graveyard. Steep stairs descend from the east and west sides of the room, and there's 4 bells, different sizes, that hang from leather cords affixed to the ceiling. That's what those little circles are on the map.
how close to us are they? They're
You
like
can-
way up in the air. Are they like hanging down
right,
legged?
like head height. Like you could ring them like right above your head. It looks like the one that you're standing next to is a small bell, and they get increasingly bigger as they go farther away from you. So there's a small one, then one a little bit bigger, then one a little bit bigger, and the biggest one is on the end where like Odd is and where the other door. Okay.
You can ring my
Or it's down there, you
bell.
point out. Perhaps let's avoid touching these in case they are some sort of alert system.
That should be one of those.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't see another.
Hazel
Yeah.
does the dog army crawl as she enters the room.
Absolutely. We should not touch these.
If nothing else, they'll
I
probably
swat
hear
Odd.
the gnome.
I smack Odd
That's
with a paw.
weird. Yeah, that shouldn't even be locked. That's actually
It's not, I hadn't tried to click it.
yeah. Well, that's what that looks like. Oh, so you guys just walk right by? You guys walk right by the bells, or did somebody?
I don't want to ring them. They'll hear that.
nobody's
Can
ringing them?
I
We're going
look
under
at them to see if there's any markings on them without touching them?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Ooh.
Yeah, they were definitely
Impressive.
like they're just crudely like put in here, and definitely like after the fact of this place actually being like these haven't been hanging here for like ever. It's just something somebody recently added, but there's no markings on the bells.
Okay.
I mean, it
Question,
looks like
question
they're
of curiosity.
Mhm.
Question of curiosity. The 18, I know this is kind of backtracking a little bit. The 18 that Orkin rolled before the Bardic Inspiration, was that enough for the sleight of hand roll?
Why are you asking the question?
Because the new rule says he can choose to use the Bardic Inspiration after failing. So technically, if 18 was enough, he would still have the Bardic Inspiration.
True. So he would still have it because 18 was the number.
Okay, so you still have
Yeah,
Bardic
yeah.
Inspiration for an
So
hour.
you can keep that inspiration with the new rules, yes.
Okay.
Now, I will say, Hazel, you're going to have to be very careful walking through this room in your form because you are going to have to be careful not to bump your head on these bells if you're trying not
I'm
to
doing
ring
the
them.
puppy army crawl
Oh my god, we're doomed.
through a tunnel, like when they
So
And then did you
large,
say
know.
this door is unlocked that I'm in front of?
It is, if you're testing it, it seems to be unlocked, yes.
So Organ's going to look over, seeing everyone's sort of avoiding the bells, is going to very slowly start to open the door.
All right. You can go ahead and open it. And as you do, you hear somebody shout, "Interlopers! Quick! Stop them!" And it looks like there is a room crowded full of cultists that weren't expecting that door to be opened by you, Orcon. And we're going to have to go ahead and click on our tokens. And I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative for me, please.
I'm never gonna roll that well again.
Oh geez, I got the reverse of what Forrest got. Could we trade?
Not until we have the new alert feed.
I cannot figure out why this isn't doing what it's supposed to do. It did it for the other game. Why isn't it doing it here?
Making you
doesn't
roll
like-
individually again.
It's making me roll individually again. I'm clicking on all the tokens. I click group init, and nothing happens. Let me try something else.
Can you try
So,
odd
being
dragging them?
completely oblivious to what's going on. He just leans over to Orkin. Do you see anybody?
I'm sure you would have heard them.
Orkin is now having the realization that I just opened the door with two gleaming light bulbs right behind my head. So is this otherwise pitch black area, just open the door and my shadow is immediately cast out into their room.
Do you think they see you?
Given the fact that they
apologize,
just
guys.
screamed at me. Yeah.
And these are some real alert cultists you got here today.
And when one of them rolls a nat 20 and goes before you and kills us, I'm gonna come over there and hit you.
That is a terrible initiative roll sequence. You guys
It's
are
literally just one group after the other.
Oh my God,
you guys are in good shape with this initiative. Let me go ahead and change our music to something a little bit more combat friendly.
Once Orkin can get out of the way of the door so people can get through.
Another bottleneck.
Jesus.
Oops.
This is why we can't have nice things.
That's right. Oh man, come on. Play my music. There we go. Much better. Alright. So, Forrest. You heard them shout interlopers. What do you do?
Oh, I'm gonna run forward a little bit. We'll see. 1, 3. How high is this ledge that it leads out to?
5 feet.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna jump down.
Okay. You just hop down. Got it?
Yeah. What's this different looking guy over here? Does he actually dress different, or does he just have a different token?
He looks dressed a little different. He looks like he has a little bit more elaborate robes on than the rest of the fellas in the room.
Oh, I already jumped down. What are we gonna? We already used quite a bit, so I'm just gonna take 2 attacks at this cult fanatic right in front of me.
All right. That definitely is going to strike true.
12 damage.
12 damage? Is this 12? You said it was still magical damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My weapon counts as a +1 weapon.
12 points of damage as you slash through him. Next shot?
Yep. Bit less likely to work there.
That still hits. For 9
How's he looking after that second strike?
He's looking bloodied, but still in the fight.
Now let's use a Divine Smite.
Okay. Cashing it in.
Yeah.
So 6
Not
points,
great.
extra 6 points of damage. All right. He's looking in pretty rough shape as that energy like slashes through him, but he's still up on his feet. Anything else, Forrest?
No, that'll be my turn.
All right, Selena, you're actually next to go.
So I am going to kind of. Can I get past Orkin? Or am I kind of stuck behind him?
She is small.
I think you can squeeze by.
Yeah, you can squeeze by friendlies.
Okay.
So you can make your way through there.
So
We
I'm
definitely
going
need your light in that room.
You really don't.
gonna go up on the. I guess that's another set of stairs near Forest.
Yeah, they descend down towards the north.
Oh, okay, they're downwards.
Okay, so they go.
Well, yeah, it'd be like a little ledge, and then they go down into the room.
So I'm even shorter
So like,
than I normally am.
Forrest like hopped over the railing and down onto the ground, like this epic like slow motion thing where you just grab it, kind of like a WWE wrestler like hopping over the top rope kind of deal.
What about the section that my token's on now? Is that above?
There's like a railing
Or-
beside you, and you're going down the steps. Imagine like a porch railing.
I think
that's
she's
going-
asking if she can shoot down into the
Oh,
room.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
So I'm going to try and hit Cult Fanatic 1 with a dart.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm out of movement.
Throw in a dart, pulling it out. That's gonna hit. 5 piercing, sticks into his shoulder. He teeters back and falls onto one knee, but is still up.
Throw another dart.
I was just about to say I'm gonna do another one.
She just got a few of them in hand, huh?
But unfortunately, that dart flies wide.
No!
That one back up. And that is going to end my turn.
And your turn. Bring us to Odd. What would you like to do, Odd?
Can I also squeeze by Orkin? Can I just say, excuse me, you're kind of in the middle of the way?
Absolutely, you can squeeze by.
Okay.
I was trying to open the door.
Orkin
Excuse
opens
me,
the
you're-
door and
you're
goes
in the middle of
last
the
in the
way.
initiative, unfortunately.
Alrighty, let's see. My movement was 30. Alright, and each one of these was 5, right? So 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30. I'll end up over here. Actually, before I go down those stairs, I am going to cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to cast Help on Orkin, because I believe the range is 30 feet for me. Let me just double check, make sure I got the right range and I'm not overdoing it.
Okay.
Yep, 30 feet. So, gonna cast Help on Orkin, giving him advantage against his attack on... Which one is the one that everybody's damaging?
Looks like Cult Fanatic 1 has been the target of everybody's...
All right, well,
destruction.
since he'll probably be dead by the time he takes a swing at it, I'll give him advantage against Cult Fanatic number 2.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt against Cult Fanatic 1.
Guiding Bolt. Okay.
No.
As long as you hit, probably dead.
14 to hit.
14 to hit. You, your magical energy starts to come from your hands, and it blasts out to Cult Fanatic 1, consumed, and he goes flying. And he is no longer with us as he lands on the ground motionless.
All right, well, now I'm going to continue my movement down the stairs, and whoever hits the dead body next has advantage.
Whoops! Just in time.
All right, does that end your turn, Odd?
Yep, that'll do it.
Hazel, you're up.
Hazel just goes, "Oh, come on." And I'm gonna...
I will tell you, Hazel. Now, you were probably in the room, right?
Yeah.
In that room behind Orkin. When
Yep.
you move through that stair hallway, you're having to squeeze through it because you're large. So those squares count as difficult terrain for you.
Mm-hmm.
So going through that 10-foot hallway is going to consume 20 feet of movement.
Okay, hold on. I have 50 feet of movement, so...
Okay.
That's a direwolf.
And I would say you were already behind, you were already in that room, so you're not...
Yeah. So can I just make it to cultist 2? If I move?
30...
Yeah, you can make it in front of him.
You can
Yeah.
make it in front. Yeah, you'd be jumping over the railing over top of forest and down by Cult Fanatic, but that would be all your movement to get there, yeah.
That's all I
Do
need.
like a Free Willy scene. Go.
Yeah, it's like forest underneath is just yeah!
Be free!
Hazel just, because she can't do anything else right now because she's in her wolf form and she's going to stay like this for a moment, is going to bite at this guy.
Right.
Oh, I think it rolled.
Oh, it's a
Not well.
natural 1 on the
Yep.
bite. Is that all you can do is 1 bite?
Let me
Do
double check.
direwolf have multi-attack?
That's a good question.
A good question.
I think they might only have 1 attack.
Just the 1 attack. But I give, but I have pack tactics for whenever, wait, hold on. Wolf has advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 feet of the creature. I don't think Forest is close enough, so...
Forest.
Not
has
at
to
the
be
moment.
If he was on the other side, it would, but not
Yeah.
there. So as you land from this epic, slow motion jump over Forest, you kind of slip on the dirt on the floor a little bit, and not quite get the footing that you need to complete your bite.
Yeah. I missed by
Dodges
half an inch.
it. There you go. And that probably ends your turn.
Yep.
Bring us to Orkin.
Okay, so
what would you like to do?
looking into the room, how high are the ceilings in it?
Ceilings. You guys are asking me a whole bunch of hard questions. Looks about 15 feet high.
Okay, so that's... Okay, so we're gonna come running down to see what everyone's looking at. Ooh.
Glad D&D Beyond has a bunch of quick tabs in this book I can just click on.
Okay, so looking at what's going on and how do the cultists look in general? Do they look like they're in the fight? Do any of them look like they're considering running? Am I getting anything? I know we're just sort of starting with it, but
No, yeah, they're looking angry that someone that they had not expected to be here is here.
Okay.
Some of them
Oh,
are
you still
looking.
got that
Some of them are
advantage.
looking quizzically towards Odd because Odd looks like a cultist right now.
Forgot about that.
Traitor.
Um,
Betrayal. But yeah, you still got advantage on number 2.
Yeah, so as a bonus action, this is something that the party has probably only seen Orkin do a couple of times, as it looks like storm clouds are starting to gather around the lower portion of his body. And Orkin is going to fly up over into this corner, sort of hugging the corner in the ceiling.
Okay.
And let me mark that. And then looking down at the individual that it seems like Hazel is having a little bit of trouble with, going to fire off an Eldritch Blast at them.
All right.
So my description of helping Orkin in this attack is I'm going to snap my fingers like I'm casting a spell, get Cultist's Fanatic 2's attention, and actually not be doing anything.
I'm just not going to roll the second roll of that.
It's already a
Yeah.
crit. Can't
You
get
already
worse.
crit. That's amazing. Yeah. So yeah, this individual gets blasted with this energy.
So it is really. I rolled
you
a
only rolled
1.
on a D10
On the second dice, yeah.
So it is 12 points of force and 4 thunder damage.
12 points of force and 4 thunder damage. As the thunder seems to echo on the walls in this chamber. As the energy
You
smacks
shall
into
suffer
confidence
my
too.
Crit.
Yeah, that's right. At this level, you get 2 Eldritch Blasts?
Are you a multi-class muggle too?
I didn't know if you did.
Cantrips
'cause
kill even if you do multi-class.
I didn't know if there
Yeah.
was some people that, like, there was... Sometimes people get more than 1 Eldritch Blast a turn.
No, he should at this level. Yeah.
You're
He
you're
rolled.
muted, Matthew, if you're talking to me. I
Oh.
can't hear you.
Hey, I turned. I was looking. Yeah, it's specific to the spell. You get 2 at 5th level and then 3 at 11.
Okay, so you got 2.
Oh, does a 24 hit?
24 does hit.
That's going to be 7 additional force damage.
7 additional force damage as it slams into this cultist. It teeters back, but is still in the fight. I think that'll end your turn, Orkan.
Yep.
Bringing us first to go is Cult Fanatic 4, who is not very pleased that there is a massive wolf in the room trying to slaughter everyone and people slinging spells. What is he going to do? He is actually going to look towards the wolf and say, "Heal!" And you need to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. I
He's
forget.
trying to heal you.
The wolves or my own?
It would
Wisdom
be
is mental,
yours.
that's yours.
Yeah, you keep your own
Yours.
mental stats.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I didn't roll well.
Do you
Add an
wanna
additional
anything-
5.
Do you want to add anything to that roll?
She's in the aura of protection. That's 5 more.
Oh,
Oh, 5 more.
so 15 then. Would that do it?
15. It doesn't seem that this person's command takes hold, and you're able to kind of shrug it off. Cult Fanatic 4 is going to move back into the room a little bit farther.
I tilt my head at it and just go, "What the hell did you just say to me?"
Yeah. Odd is in the corner doing this hand motion to him, like, you don't want to say that to her.
Cult,
I've
Cult
tried
Fanatic
before.
2 is stuck right in front of this terrible creature in front of it. He goes and he starts to recite some incantations, and his hand begins to glow, and he reaches out and tries to claw at the wolf. I am going to make a melee attack against you.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Let's do this, and let's do this.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, it's a level 1 spell. Let's do that. Oh, double crit!
That's unfortunate.
Oh! You take a total of
4.
34 necrotic
I'm
damage.
still standing as a wolf.
As he reaches out, and you can feel this energy start to dissipate out from your wolf form in your body. Oh, what a terrible, terrible strike. And he just kind of like growls towards the wolf as he's just driving his fingers into your flesh. Cult Fanatic 5 is going to... Cult Fanatic 5 looks at this individual to the north and says, Oxtu, be protected. And he casts some kind of incantation. You see this kind of like magical like purple glow like appear around him and then dissipate.
When he says his name, oh, it says bless you.
Very nice. And then he'll step back. Cult Fanatic 1 goes. Well, no, Cult Fanatic is dead, so I'm going to take Cult Fanatic off of of the initiative order. The other individual goes and turns around and says, "Haha, that's right." And then all of a sudden starts to cast these incantations, and
I hit that twice.
oh,
I'm going to counterspell.
you are going to counterspell. All right, let me see. What level are you casting? Level 3?
He can only cast it.
No, I am casting at level 5 because that's all I can cast it at.
Level 5. As this happens, the individual, with a wave of the hand, it casts counterspell against your counterspell. Woo! So he's going to have to roll because you're level 5 and he's
Silvery
casting a level
barbs.
3. So I've always been doing counterspell wrong. I've been adding proficiency bonus, and apparently you're not supposed to be doing that. It's only
Yes,
against, it's the wisdom, or it would be whatever their, for this individual, it will be intelligence. So a d20 plus 3 for the counterspell. And succeeds.
Oh, no.
And so the spell takes effect in original spell, and this individual just seems to vanish.
Which way did he go?
Why are you asking us? You have the sniffer. Find him, girl.
And
Find him.
the Cult Fanatic 3. Cult Fanatic 3 is standing right next to the wolf. You can see Forest there. Is actually going to start casting a spell. And one of those glowing mystical floating hands starts to float near Forest's head and then comes down to try to punch him. So he is using a spiritual weapon. And that is the spell. Yep, that's correct.
Does not
And
hit.
this 15 is not going to hit as you block it and deflect it with your shield. As it's floating around there. And that was I believe that was a bonus action spell. So is going to use a Sacred Flame cantrip against Hazel. So Hazel, I need a dexterity saving throw as he reaches out towards you and starts speaking in some incantations.
Okie dokie. 1 moment, please. Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw, please. Yes.
I think for this one you would use the wolf's dexterity stat.
Do I or don't I?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're gonna be good. Yeah, you're able to leap out of the way from this energy very easily. And Cult Fanatic 3 just stays put in fear that the wolf will retaliate.
She just looks at this guy and goes, "Seriously?"
Forrest, you're back up.
Let's see now. I'm gonna walk up here. Take an attack at Cult Fanatic number 2.
Okay. Running around, blade in hand, strikes true.
Oof.
Oh! And with with one swift swipe, Cult Fanatic 2 drops to the ground motionless.
I saw number 5 was the one that cast something on the other guy.
Yes.
Yep.
Cult Fanatic
Yeah.
5. Mm-hmm.
And go up to him then.
All right. That strikes for 11 points of damage.
And I think... Yeah, I'll use a second level spell slot for Divine Smite here.
Second level Divine Smite. As the blade
2d8.
flashes with magical energy
And
into
1d8.
the Cult Fanatic.
Oh my god, 2 1s.
Oh!
So another 8
wow.
damage.
8 damage. The dice gods are not with you this evening, Forrest.
Run, they've abandoned us.
But I do need to make a saving throw.
Yes. If that all counts as 1, that'd be 19. That doesn't matter. It's still...
I think it
The
does
minimum
count as
roll.
1, yeah.
Either way, it's still a DC 10, I think.
It saves.
Yeah.
It still saves on the spell. I think that will end your turn, Forrest.
No bonus actions worth doing, so yeah.
All right, Selena, you're back up.
I'm going to pop over the railing and come up between. Helps if I actually click my character. Move behind Cult Fanatic 3. And I'm going to hit him with my sword.
Okay, go for it. Yes, indeed. For 11 piercing damage.
I'm going to take another hit at him.
Go for it.
9
This-
to hit?
This time he's able to dodge out of the way of this strike.
Oh, dang. Okay. I'm going to leave my turn there.
Okay. You got it. Bring us to odd.
Can you see what I'm drawing?
Yes.
Or no?
Looks like a cone.
Okay. It is a cone. That is going to be a 15-foot cone that I'm going to be casting. Let's see. Where's the original spell? There it is. It's going to be a deck save 16 spray of cards. So Odd takes out a deck of cards and just an eruption of cards comes out in a 15-foot cone, coming just short of hitting Forrest and hoping to strike the gentleman who is invisible.
Okay. All right. You're flashing the cards. You can see the cards like going out. See the deck like leaving your hands. Doesn't seem to be impacting anything in that area.
Okay.
Good idea.
Bonus action, gonna give Hazel advantage against Fanatic number 3 right next to her.
Okay. Yeah. Advantage against Cult Fanatic 3. That end your turn?
Yep, I'll do it.
Oh, all right, Hazel, you're up again.
Hazel was already thinking about biting number 3, so she's gonna try biting number 3 again. Let me just get this to
Hazel
cooperate
bares
over
her razor sharp fangs towards Cult Fanatic 3.
here. And I do a bite. It's probably not gonna hit. For 14, does that hit?
Does hit, yes.
I'm gonna roll again just in case. It
Yeah, you do have
Crits if
advantage.
without it.
Yeah.
yeah, come on. It's so when you click anything in D&D Beyond, it like shifts where it all is when you roll to virtual tabletop. Ha ha ha.
Oh, look at
Actually
that
did.
advantage came through.
So 16 damage.
That's 16 total. 16 damage. He stumbles back. Does he have to make that strength save?
Yeah, or he gets knocked prone, I believe.
Not prone. Okay, I'll make a save there. Strength save. 17 is good. He doesn't fall prone, so he just stumbles back after taking 16 points of piercing damage from your bite. Looks
just
very
growling over
badly
him.
injured. He kind of like stumbles over How dare you? How dare you infiltrate this establishment? How dare you stop the Whispered One's plans?
She spits his own blood back at him.
No, gross. I guess that would bring us up to Orcon.
Okay. So I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it.
How do I clear out that cone?
I can clear it for you.
Okay.
Gone.
So I'm going to fire off a couple of Eldritch Blasts at the invisible guy.
Okay.
Because I don't need to be able to see them to cast the spell.
You need like an area to target though, so you have to like pick a spot.
All it says
Yeah,
is
you will-
I cast it
You
towards
will
a
have to
creature
like
within range.
yeah, you will have to like tell me like where exactly you're casting the spell. Like you'll have to ping where you're aiming.
Like pick a square, but just keep in mind that cone is where I have already casted. So
Got another idea. Oregon's gonna look at the group, look at everyone, and just say, "Cover your ears."
oh boy.
Oh no.
He's learned how to
And
yelp because she can't.
is
Lean into
going
me.
to cast Thunderclap.
Thunderclap. Yes.
That only roll. Oh, that is literally the damage.
Okay.
So it needs to make a con save, or they take 4 thunder damage.
Is that everybody in the room?
Everybody who can hear it, and it's got a range of can be heard up to 100 feet away.
Yeah, but like the damage is within 5 feet of you.
Yeah.
Each creature within range, other than you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wait.
Yeah, but your range,
of
the
spell
range is 5 foot.
feet.
I keep reading that wrong.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah, if
yeah.
you, yeah, if
Yeah,
you,
no.
you can change, you can change what you do because
Yeah, no.
you would know what
I
that
forget-
does.
I keep forgetting which spell that is.
And you're
then
also
it kind of
flying
alarms
too,
everybody.
I believe.
Let's see. And I'm just gonna do what I was originally thinking. I'm just gonna fire off a couple of Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
And we are gonna go. Why can I not? What's going on with you? There we go. Sorry, D&D Beyond was being a pain and blocking me. So based on where he went, I'm going to fire one here and one here.
Okay. You can go ahead and make your rolls. You blast the Eldritch Blast over in those 2 directions. They seem to miss and just go off into the distance and strike the walls with a blast of energy.
Okay. And then going to fly 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to fly over and be, again, staying right up near the ceiling, just right over this door.
Oh, what's that?
That was the spiritual weapon that I forgot.
That
to
was the
put
thing
on
that
there.
attacked me.
Yeah. I had to put
Oh.
it back on the map.
I thought that was something new that was
That's so
triggered
cool looking.
by Orkin's
It's a little
movement
animated
near
hand
the
with
door.
a spiritual hand
It
that's
fell
walking
down.
I
It
like it.
grabbed Odd and brought him back to the beginning of the dungeon.
around.
Oh no.
All right, Orcon moving over to the other side, bringing us to Cult Fanatic 4, who's back off in this corner, was unsuccessful at commanding the wolf earlier, is going to actually look towards Forest and start casting a spell. I need Forest. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Let's see. Ooh, pretty low roll.
A 14. Now, let me see. Forrest, you're able to keep your wits about yourself, and you feel as if your arms were starting to tighten up a little bit, but you're able to fight it loose. You've successfully gotten out of being held by this individual. This fanatic seems to be getting very frustrated. but it becomes Cult Fanatic 2 is dead. Cult Fanatic 5 is being ripped up by Forest right now. So is going to... Actually, is going to attempt the same thing. Looks towards you and casts another wisdom saving throw, yeah. Dang it! That's what the cultist does. Gets extremely frustrated. And ends his turn because he's holding on to something else.
Question, is that a concentration spell that...
It would be, so it would unlock his other concentration spells. He was trying to save himself. So he's no longer concentrating. The individual... Okay, so... I think... Individual... All of a sudden, Selena, you can hear what sounds like the casting of a spell very, like, right next to you. And all of a sudden, a blast of cold energy seems to appear out of nowhere besides Selena. This is going to be a 60-foot cone into the room from this direction.
I'm pretty sure this room is smaller than 60 feet, so this is going to hurt.
Which is actually going to get pretty much everybody in the room, including Cult Fanatic 3. So, I need for Orcon, Forest, Odd, Selena, Hazel, I need Constitution saving throws from everybody as this cold blasts in the room. And I'm also going to make it for Cult Fanatic 3.
Ooh, that's not a good one.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
I have lucky. Since I rolled a 1, does that mean I get to reroll?
You can reroll, absolutely.
Okay. I wasn't sure because the +5 threw me off. Much better.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Orcon makes the save. Selena makes the save. Forest makes the save. Odd fails the save. And the Direwolf makes the save. Cult Fanatic 3 failed the save. So I'm going to double check his spells here. And we'll click that. And we're casting at that level. So if you failed, you take 35 points of cold damage. Everyone who succeeded takes half of that damage.
I would also like to take half of that damage.
Well, how are you going to take half that damage on? Oh, absorbing the elements. There you go. Very nice. Cult Fanatic 3 is wiped or is frozen into a statue from this energy. And the floating hand just kind of just chills there.
Is this guy still invisible, by the way?
And where did that spell come from?
Come from right behind, right to the south of Selena, and he is still invisible. But the rest of his turn...
Hazel pops out of wolf form and is suddenly herself. And she goes, God dang it! And just stands there and is looking around like,
Alright.
no.
Cult Fanatic 3 is dead. So, I think
Murderer.
after that blast of cold energy, I think that's a good time for us to take our break for the evening. So we're going to break here. I'm sorry I went a little bit longer, but we got stuck in combat here and I wanted to get through some rounds. So we're going to be back in about 5 to 7 minutes and we'll continue the combat here. Thank you guys for joining us. Yep, blasting a cone of cold in the room. Oh yeah. We'll be back in just a few, guys. See you soon. Hello, and thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Proficiency Bonus. Please take an opportunity to support our sponsors.
First up is Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is an online storefront based in the Great White North of Canada. They sell everything your heart could desire, so long as everything your heart desires is largely polyhedral dice sets and other TTRPG sundries. Check them out for all of your dicey needs. Perhaps buy a lovely hardcover copy of one of these fine books. If you're feeling especially cute, you could treat yourself to a t-shirt or one of these fine little proprietary Little Dragon Corp dragon plushies. They've got all the classic types of dragon, like Mooney, Terra, Dad. Whatever strikes your fancy over on Little Dragon Corp, be sure to enter our special promo code BONUS at checkout for 15% off of your order. That's BONUS, BONUS, for 15% off your order. That's like if you made 7 individual purchases, you could basically buy anything you want on the store, and it's like it was free with all the money that you saved from earlier. I'm absolutely positive that's how math works, and I will be taking no questions at this time. Thank you, Little Dragon Corp.
Cardboard Castle Games is a brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. They have a wide selection of tabletop gaming and other cool games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, and even Yu-Gi-Oh! You can visit them in-store and let them know that we sent you, or you can go visit their website at cardboardcastlegames.com.
Don't forget to find us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Links to our social media pages and outlets are located below this video.
Don't forget, you can also support the channel by following, by subscribing, remembering to click the bell notification so you never miss another live stream, using channel emotes, and if you're an Amazon Prime user, you get a free subscription to Twitch every month.
While we are away, now is a great time to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free, and there you will find hours upon hours of content to enjoy. Click the bell icon to activate notifications so you won't miss a single show. Once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you are enjoying the show, and we'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back, everybody. We're gonna dive back into this combat. Forrest, you're back up at the top of the round.
Well, seeing as how this guy is still invisible, I'm gonna cast See Invisibility.
Oh, okay.
This guy's clever.
Oh boy.
Get 'em.
So you're casting See Invisibility and glancing around the room.
Yeah.
You see an individual standing right over here between Hazel and Selena.
I'm not worried about this cultist guy over here, so I'm just gonna go right over there and stand right next to him.
Okay, he is going to make an opportunity attack against you.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's going to try to stab you with his dagger that he has. And misses completely.
Yeah.
You rush right
When
up.
I get up there,
Seems very shocked as you approach with this confident look in your face.
you
Can't
can't
see
hide
on
from
this
me,
side of the room.
and I'm gonna use my Hexblade's curse on him.
Oh, got it. That's a bonus action, right?
Yeah, that's the bonus action.
Got it.
That's all I can do now, though, because it was my action to cast the spell.
You cast the spell, gotcha. The Hexblade's curse is on him. I don't have a good symbol for that. I'm just going to throw that's a ridge. That doesn't make any sense.
That's okay. We can't see him anyways.
And it only affects what I do to him, so I'll just keep track of it.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. That ends Forrest's turn. Bring us to Selena. Selena, you just witnessed all that.
Forrest?
And you
What's
would have been
going on
able.
over here?
I don't know if they would have been able to see my curse like sneaking its way up him, or if that would be.
I don't think
too.
it. I don't think it gives it any visibility, right? Like it doesn't say in the spell
No, it doesn't make
description.
him visible though. But I would have
Yeah,
been like,
it-
he's right here. Is like
Yeah,
kind of
it-
like what I'm doing.
Yeah, but yeah.
Knowing that after working with Forrest for a year plus, knowing that there's something that he can sense, I'm gonna get out of this area to give him space to work in and potentially out of whatever he's sensing, because I don't know where it is. It could be right behind me. It could be between Hazel and I. So I'm gonna go to Cult Fanatic 4
Okay.
and take 2 swipes at him with my sword.
Selena rushes up to Cult Fanatic and strikes true with the first attack.
For 10 damage.
10 damage.
And another attack.
Which will also
23
hit.
So 9 damage on that
9
spot.
more piercing damage as you drive your blade into his flesh. He looks bloodied and hurt, but still in the battle.
And then I'm gonna move 5 more feet, get between the 2 of them so I can reach both of
both
them,
of them.
and that'll end my turn.
That's Selena getting up into Cult Fanatics' faces. Odd. What would you like to do?
Forrest, what are you working with as far as a melee weapon?
I've got a longsword.
Just a regular longsword,
Yeah, it's a +1.
+1.
Effectively,
Okay,
any all my packed weapons are +1.
Huh. Okay. Okay, yeah. So I think it's already considered a magic weapon, so magic weapon wouldn't do anything to you.
No, it'll have no effect.
So I am going to use my bonus action to do absolutely nothing because, come to think of it, I believe it requires me to see the character. Let's see. Alternative, you can aid a friendly target in attacking. Yeah, I have to be able to see it. So Odd is just going to wander over to, what is this, number 5?
Yeah.
And I am going to make an attack roll with my dagger.
Okay. Odd rushes up with a dagger in hand. 13 hits.
13. All right.
Well, that's a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah, that is right. Selena's within
Yeah.
5 feet, so it is sneak attack damage.
Sneak attack damage.
Unfortunately, I really apologize for this, sir, but your friend told me to give this to you, and then he releases absorb elements for that 15 extra cold damage.
Oh. And as you stab him in the gut, basically he frosts over and his flesh turns like grayish blue and he just stands there motionless. Cult Fanatic 5 is no more.
I desperately try to take my dagger back out of the ice. Excuse me. Can I have
It
it
cracks a bit but pulls out.
Jerk, he tried to keep my my dagger. But being able to see Selena, I am going to give her the help action against number. Well, no, since Hazel's up next, I'll give Hazel advantage against number 4.
Okay.
Since
Hazel
he's the only one we can see.
And that does bring up Hazel's turn.
Going on.
Hazel looks around the room and just goes, crap. Because she's suddenly herself, and she was still like in the mode of like I was biting people a second ago. So instead we'll cast turn to my plans are gone. As happens. Just want to recheck one second, sorry. Okay. Forget it. Hazel's too thrown off by all of this, and not realizing what Odd has done, will turn and move toward next to Forest, where he was like glaring at the dude, and is gonna cast Fairy Fire wherever Forest is looking, and like making sure she's not getting Forest.
Okay.
In this realm.
What saving throw is that for me?
A Dexterity 16.
Dexterity saving throw. Actually, you hear some incantations being, and he's gonna cast Counterspell.
Damn.
I think Fairy Fire. What level is Fairy Fire? I don't
I
think
was
he'll
just
have to
doing it
roll
at
for
first
that.
level.
Yeah,
I
so
was
he
just
wouldn't have to roll. So it just dissipates your spell.
I heard him where he is though. So do I now have a beat on where he is?
You
Aside
do,
from
but you
Forest?
still have disadvantage because if
Right.
you were attacking him, like you still can't see him. So
That's
even though you
fine.
kind of know the general area where he is, you still be attacking with disadvantage.
That's okay. No, that's it. I'm just kind of trying to block this guy, and I'm gonna go with what Forrest does at this point
Okay.
because I'm annoyed now.
All right.
Just a lot of
Orcon.
fake cursing from Hazel.
A lot of fake cursing.
Okay, so seeing Forrest yell out and point out that he keeps gesturing right in front of him, saying somebody's there. So I'm going to fly 15, 20. Okay, fly right over on the other side of giving Forrest a little space in front of me where I can see him staring at something, and then flying down so I'm only about 5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
And then as an action, trying to look menacing, I'm going to take out my my rod and just start sort of thumping it in my hand
Okay.
while using the action to regain one of my spell slots.
Oh, okay. Using your action to regain a spell slot.
Yep.
That one your turn?
Yep, because I don't think I got any. Actually, oh wait, no, I can't. Hold on, let me see what it says. Okay, yep, that's it.
Is it? Okay. Cult Fanatic 4. Gosh. His hand begins to glow with this necrotic energy and takes a swipe towards Selena Saddleguard. With inflict wounds, but misses terribly as he tries to strike. He's unable to grab a hold. The next to go is our individual friend over here, who
Just a quick correction. I was wrong. I do not need to see the individual. They need to see or hear me to be able to help.
Okay.
So I could have helped. I could have helped Forrest.
For next time.
Next time.
Okay, Forrest, you can see him. The other two can't. But he is actually going to try to move out of this area. Out this way. So you can take an opportunity attack if you'd like.
Oh, I'm sure going to. Think I hit him.
That will hurt. Yes.
And reduces his movement speed to 0 feet through the sentinel feet.
Oh, you have the Sentinel? Dang! My plans have been... Oh, that would have been like from where he would have left your range. So it would have been right here.
Yeah.
So
he takes the step out and then has to stop.
Okay. That angers him. That angers him so much.
He also has to make a concentration check, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, no. Wait, let me see.
Invisibility, not concentration?
Oh, it is. Yes, he does make a concentration check. Ba, 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 ba. That's be a constitution save. Has to be a 10. He's good.
Yeah,
Still
I
invisible.
figured, but it could always happen.
So he begins to cast a spell, and you see these darts of light come flying out of him, and he's going to cast Magic Missile at Forrest.
Understandable.
Let's see if this will roll it right in here for me. It's only doing one at a time. So 3 darts go flying out from him and automatically hit. The first one does 4 points of damage for us as it blasts into you. The second one does 5 points of force damage.
Oof.
And the final one does 3 points of force damage as they all 3 impact you.
Okie dokie.
Could I have cast Prevent Wounds the second I saw these things start hitting Forrest?
What does it
So
say
take
for
7.
prevent?
It's a reaction, and it's when a creature you can see within range takes damage, you reduce that damage by an amount equal to 1 plus your spellcasting ability modifier at level 1. So right now it's at 3 plus spellcasting modifier, so 7 points of damage he would not take. It just happened.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you use your reaction, but
Yeah,
Forrest, there's 7 points of... Yeah,
Let me put those 7 back in.
there you go. All right, before we advance to Forrest's next turn, Selena and Odd, this door opposite of you opens,
Oh, that's not great.
but you
I
don't
close
see
it.
any...
No, just kidding. Nope.
No, thank
I
you.
immediately close it. I like that. But you don't
like it.
you don't see anything like on the opposite side of it. But then all of a sudden you see this blue glow start to form, and another cone blast of cold energy blasts out from the doorway
Oh, Jesus.
into the room, hitting everybody.
Yikes.
So I need another Constitution saving throw from everybody in the room, including Cult Fanatic 4 and our hidden friend.
I don't think Cult Fanatic 4 can survive that even on a fail.
I doubt it, yeah.
Oh, I love that for me.
Do I get
Oh
the
no.
5 from Forrest?
If you're within my blue circle, you get the +5, yes.
Okay. So that's actually 20.
Yay!
Damn that blue circle.
Oh boy.
Just needed to be closer.
Oh boy. Okay, so let's see how we did.
Not great.
Did anybody want to use any resources?
I'll go ahead and use
Lunch.
absorb.
I'm hoping I'm good with a 23.
I think I'll roll one of our several D10s.
D10?
Yeah.
I'll do absorb at level 1.
An additional 7.
Okay, absorbing the elements. Additional 7 on top of 4, so that makes it an 18. All right. So that was one of the D10s used. I will go ahead and mark that down. So we're down to 1. Okay.
Do you want to use one?
Anybody else want to use any?
Can
Might
I
be hard
there
for
for
Celine
you.
to save you with one, but it's up to her. Don't you have Indomitable from your fighter class?
I do.
So you can re-roll a save if you want to.
Oh, thank you. I misunderstood what that one meant. Much better. 17.
And mine's 20 for the
20 for the
plus
save?
5.
Okay, everyone who rolled a 14 or better succeeded. So here is the damage. 30 points of cold damage for those who fail. If you succeed, that's 15 points of damage. Good
15.
news is this individual over here takes all of that.
The cult fanatic or the individual by Forest?
Well, the cult fanatic is going to take half, but half was enough to kill him.
Okay.
So Cult Fanatic 4 freezes into ice and just falls over and shatters into pieces from this blast. You, Forrest, next to you, you can see the invisible folk that was right next to you throwing spells at you is like, has frost like completely covering him and he's barely standing now. But he
Did he keep his concentration?
I'm going to check that right now. Concentration. It's going to take, what, a big roll here.
I think a 15 now.
No, he's visible. You can now see him. Everybody can see him now. And he looks very bad off. He's looking over in that direction, saying, "Idiots!"
Can I see? Can I see through that doorway what cast a spell or no?
Yep, you can see a female cultist standing in the doorway with another male cultist behind her. To everyone else, they don't see anybody. Is
They don't see either of them.
Is he invisibility concentration?
It is not.
Okay. All right, that ends their turn, bringing us back to the start of the round with Forrest.
He looks like he's not doing so good, huh?
Not doing so good.
I'll make an attack at him. Ooh. And because he's under my Hexblade Curse, that's actually a crit.
Really?
Yeah, I crit on a 19 or 20 on my curse
Nice.
target. So let's see, that'll be...
Man, what's you with
One
rolling
extra damage.
ones? Yeah, 1 extra damage. Well, the good news is he didn't have very many hit points left. As you slash through him, he just tumbles to the ground and is motionless.
And because I killed the target with curse, I regain 9 hit points. And I can see 2 more just through the doorway.
You can, with your see invisibility.
Yeah, I'm gonna... 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can get there. I'm gonna quickly shout out that there's 2 more on the other side of the door,
Okay.
and I assume they're like right there.
Don't bottleneck us again.
I can take 1 more step after. It'll be fine.
Slide to
I
the
assume,
right.
I assume one of them is right here.
Slide to the left.
That's right. Yep, you can take your your attack.
Ooh.
A 12.
Yeah.
You strike the target, but there's this flash of like energy, as if the mage is being protected by some arcane armor. Your strike does not hit.
And then I'm gonna take just like a 5-foot step up this way
You got it.
to not
Forrest.
completely block the door.
Forrest slides to the right, bringing us to Selena.
And I can't see anything, but I don't want to be in the direct line of path of attack. I'm just gonna move here and end my turn.
You can still make an attack at the square since I've kind of shown you where they are.
You can make attacks, you'll just have disadvantage on them.
So you can like throw a dart through the doorway and hope it hits something.
Or stab through the doorway and hope it hits.
Or, yeah, either one.
Yep.
Let's try a stab.
Okay. Make your attack, you'll have disadvantage. 12, unfortunately, is not going to strike true. You can go ahead and make your second attack, though. 10, unfortunately, neither of those. You're unable to make purchase, not knowing exactly where the target is and how it's kind of like reacting to your attacks.
And then
27 would have been beautiful, though.
It would have been 27 would have been great.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
if only it was advantage.
That's right. So Selena, unable to make purchase, slides off to the side, bring us to Odd.
Oh, fire in the hole. Let's see, where do we got here? We're gonna do spray of cards into the doorway.
I love that sound effect.
Let's see what we got. Deck save 16.
Dex save 16 for both. That's an 8.
Ooh, that is a high roll of damage.
18 is a save for the first one.
All right.
And 11 is the save for the second.
All right, so the 11 gets hit with 19 force damage. On a successful save, he takes half as much damage, but the one that got hit takes the full damage and is blinded until the end of its next turn. So after his turn, he's no longer blinded. Okay. And then I'm going to wander over here behind the Sir Metal Can.
Understandable.
Save me.
Save me.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, bonus action. I'll say something tauntingly to the target. We'll say the first one and give advantage to Hazel.
Okay.
Neener.
Giving advantage to Hazel, so it is Hazel's turn.
I'm just trying to figure it out because I can't see these people. So
your disadvantage would cancel out your advantage and you'd be at normal.
a lot of my spells are a creature I can see. So now I have to scroll through literally everything to figure out what the hell I'm about to do.
Don't you
Yeah,
hate
you can always
dungeon
cast Fairy
masters who
Fire again.
utilize the invisibility of their enemies?
Hazel's annoyed at this point, and she'll run up to the door, stick her hand out, and cast Fairy Fire again, hoping it takes.
All
So
right.
it's still,
I don't think you have to run up to the door to do that.
I'm still gonna hide behind the wall. I was in their line of fire.
Well, dexterity save is what I need.
Yeah.
First one's a success, I believe, with an 18. And then the second one is a 19, even better.
Great. wasting spells.
Fortunately, the fairy fire does not take hold.
Hazel just yells in Sylvan that only Orcon can understand, and then will duck next.
Wait, I speak Sylvan too.
Oh, I don't know. So you hear all the curses too, and she'll duck next to Selena.
All right.
I'll just stare at you like, what did you just say? Knowing by her tone that it wasn't good, and definitely not trying to repeat it, but just like,
Hazel just
uh-oh.
shakes her head like you don't want to know.
You're not sure what she said, but it did give you a bad feeling.
I have. Huh. Would an item interaction be a. That's probably an action. Never mind.
Orcon, what would you like to do? Orcon has been flying around like a superhero this whole encounter.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So now flying straight towards the doorway. And let me see what that one says. You can see. You can see, you can see, you can see.
I can see.
I can see. Actually, the guy behind you is like shouting, I can't see! I can't see! I'm blind!
I can fight. What was that from?
Fairly Odd Parents.
That was Timmy. That was Timmy.
That was it's over here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, that's as far as I can get. Okay, sorry, Forrest and Selena. I hope you guys have got some strength to you.
Get ready!
I'm going to look at the doorway and just not being able to see, and just you hear Orchid yell, "Back up!" And I'm going to cast Gust of Wind directly in front of you at the door.
Excellent.
An option.
Gust of wind. Is that 18 strength save?
18 strength save.
You got it.
It is a 60-foot long, 10-foot wide, basically turbo blower.
So, Forrest and Selena, you both are going to have to make this strength save as well, as you are kind of caught up in this blast of wind.
I feel like it'll just push us into the wall either way.
It would, but you would
Ouch.
you might still take, is it,
I don't think it does
deal
damage.
Nope.
I thought it dealt damage. Well, I guess not.
Just pushes everybody
Make
around.
the
Roll.
save anyway. You might bump your head on the wall. Well, the first one
Well,
definitely
that's a strength
fails.
check, not a strength saving throw. So that's actually still only 16, so it still fails.
Still failed.
And I think
All
I
right.
failed, because I don't think I
Fails.
have advantage.
Yeah, even with my bonus, you won't make it.
Forrest, you get one little bruise. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage
just
from the
from hitting
wall,
the
and
wall.
Selena takes 4. She smashes up against the wall. But
Something's
you
up there.
hear these guys. You just hear as they go flying back into the room, and they're gonna take a little bit of damage too from hitting the wall. 4 on the first and 1 on the second.
Concentration.
Hopefully that triggers concentration saves
Yep,
for.
it will. They just got to make 10s though. Let's see how they do. Save, Constitution. That one's fine. Still invisible. What about this guy? Oh no! There is this individual in here is like holding his eyes, looking around.
He's not having a good day.
And he's like slammed up against the wall. I'll say they're also prone back here because they got slammed up against the wall. And the wind is just blasting through. Like, you can hold that, can't you?
Yep.
So he's just like vortex
I'm just
wind.
holding it. I can hold that for up to a minute.
All right. It is actually now they're
It
not
looks
on
like
the
it actually
initiative
happens
order,
at the start of our turn.
but it's actually their turn. So this guy cannot see. You can feel this wind energy like blasting on him, so he's just gonna kind of roll on the floor out of the torrent, but he can't really get completely out of it where he is.
I will say it says at the start of their turn they have to they make a save again or they get pushed another 15
Or they get pushed
feet.
again? Oh, okay, gotcha. Start of the turn, strength save again. Fails. Slams into the wall again for an additional 4 points of damage. As you just keep on slamming him into the wall repeatedly with this wind. He rolls out the back here and is just going to kind of like look towards the door or like feel like where the wind is coming from and is going to... Does he need to be able to see to do this? Boy. Ah, that you can see.
Yeah, that's a feel.
That you can see. Ah! You're using my methods against me. How dare you? How dare you, evil PCs?
Master has become the student again.
That is right. I am the master. Point you choose. All right. Attack against the target. At a creature or object within range. Okay. He like points towards the door. He's just gonna fire a firebolt in that direction with disadvantage. 10 will miss you terribly as it goes flying by. That will end his turn, bringing us to the other individual who.
So now that it's the end of his
stay
turn, he's
moving.
no longer blind.
He's no longer blind. Got it. I'll go ahead and do that now so I don't forget. No longer blind. Finally, I can see! Then we got another strength save coming up and smashes up against the wall for another D4 damage. For 3 points of damage. As Orcon is utilizing the wall.
Might be banned by some sort of convention.
And we gotta make a
Concentration
constitution check to see if they hold... oh, yes, definitely. With a nat 20. That will work. She rolls out of the way from that. And that's it. Bringing us to Forest.
Oh, I suppose I have to make it save too.
Yeah, because Orcon is still blasting the strength save.
Oh no!
Oh,
I hit the wall.
You hit the wall, taking 4 points of bludgeoning damage. It's your armor.
Was I knocked prone too, or because I was right up against it? I'm not.
I'll say since you're right there anyway. It's just like kind of like just smashing you up against the wall.
Yeah.
I think I'm good that time.
And Selena's fine, yeah.
Yeah, Selena's fine.
Could-
Okay. So that's the one that's visible over here in the corner.
Yeah.
Is the other one right above them, I assume? Or right next to them?
What's that?
Where's the? Do I see the other one from here?
Not from where you're standing.
Well, let's go make this guy's bad day a little bit worse.
As you're rushing forward, you see he like shouts, Augra! Don't worry about my safety. Take them all.
Well, don't like that, but we're gonna attack him.
That's going to hit.
Alright, that'll be 9 slashing damage.
9 slashing damage.
Like a lot of ones on damage.
He looks badly hurt. but he's still in the fight.
One more.
Yeah, will hit.
Ooh, 15 on that one.
And as he yelled that out, you drive the sword down through his chest, and he falls limp, unbreathing, and unconscious, dead.
And I can see the other one from here, I assume?
Yep. There's one right up here in the corner.
Okay.
Now.
Can't actually get there. So you 1, 2, 3, 4 already. So we're just going 5, 6.
And actually, she was
Get a little
holding. She was holding a firebolt.
Okay.
So as you come into the room, you're going to get blasted with a firebolt. 21 to hit.
You got me.
Dealing 4 fire damage.
Ooh, rough one. And I'll just step up here above the door.
You got it. Selena, it's your turn.
I am going to take a step into the stairwell and yell to Forrest, "What do you see?"
They're in the corner. Right above me.
Okay. I'm going to move 3 more spots? 3 more spots. And ask Forrest which corner.
Like, I'm kind of like pointing my sword like straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try aiming. How do I do? I guess it'd be disadvantage since I can't see them.
Would be disadvantage, yeah.
How do I roll disadvantage?
It automatically does it. We just take the 2 out of the 2. We take the lower number whenever it rolls.
Okay, I'm gonna try hitting it with my crossbow.
Okay.
Question, if I may. Just wanted to teach our newer player that there is the ready action. If you want to say that you ready an attack to when you can see the target, you can rely on other players to pull him out of invisibility, and then you automatically attack when you see him. And that would be without disadvantage.
I'm gonna save my second action for that.
Oh, well, when you ready an action, you can only make 1 attack as part of the readied action, so...
Yeah. So
Like, if you already made an attack, you cannot ready an additional one.
Okay, so I will save that for next time.
And 2, with a crossbow, you got to remember crossbows have the loading feature. So unless you have like crossbow expert or something, I think it's one of the things that lets you ignore like loading. You can only take like 1 shot per turn, no matter how many like attacks you have. So that's one thing to think about when you're thinking about a crossbow. But 15, even with disadvantage, is going to hit your target for 10 points of damage. So you hear a yelp as you fire into the corner as your bolt strikes true. And they have to make a saving throw. Concentration check.
Please.
And fails. So you can now see your target as she's barreled over with a crossbow bolt.
That will end my turn. I'm gonna stay put.
All right, Odd, you're up.
Odd is going to enter the room, finally. Since I have a 90-foot range, I am going to take the back corner here to allow whoever room to do whatever. Going to need a intellect save of 16.
Are you casting a spell?
I am indeed.
She's going to use her reaction and cast Counterspell.
Alrighty. It's going to be a 3rd level Tasha's Mind Whip.
Alright, so the Counterspell will dissipate your spell because it's a 3rd level spell as well.
Okay.
So your spell just dissipates as you try to cast this on her. I don't think so.
Oh, crap. Nothing happens. Alright. Bonus action, since I can't see her, though, I am going to try to distract her to give advantage to Hazel on her next attack.
Okay. Excellent.
And I'll do it.
Hazel.
Hazel just goes, I'm getting really sick of everyone around here. And she's gonna run in. And I just want to check one thing before. Yeah, I'll stay in there. And I'm going to cast Infestation at her.
Oh no.
It's a Constitution saving throw of 16.
Constitution save of 16. 9.
Okay, so she takes 2d6 poison damage, and then she will also move in a random direction because the cloud of like biting horseflies and things just surrounds her and makes her run in circles.
Oh, makes her run and like freak out. Oh yes.
So 7 damage, and then I'll roll
7
a d4.
damage.
And that will determine which way she runs. 3
Is that directly
is-
towards Forest?
east. So yeah.
Yeah,
Right into
so
the wall?
She
Right to the
slams
wall.
into the wall. Roll a d4 for me.
Nice.
Okay.
2 additional 2 points of bludgeoning damage. As she slams into the wall,
Slams her
freaking
into the
out over these critters attacking her. Fantastic.
That's my turn for now.
All right. Orcon. You're the only one left out there flying around. I believe you're still like blasting energy into this room.
Yep.
So,
And now I
Selena and Hazel and Odd, all your hair is just like it's like a massive fan from the outside of the room.
So I'm going to continue my flight in. And now I can see everybody looking up at this person in the corner.
Who's going with all the bugs like flying around.
Would I have seen Hazel cast this before? Do I know, do those bugs persist or is it like a one and done?
Cantrips is probably
Right.
one and done.
I think they probably like are
Yeah, it's
dissipating
one-
currently.
let me
Yeah.
check. Let me just double check it.
Yeah, probably
one
for a
and done.
cantrip, yeah.
So then it's going to fly right over Forrest's head, get in front of her. And as a bonus action, I'm going to turn the wind so it's blowing due north right into her again.
Strength save. 18!
Okay, so she does not go flying.
She doesn't go flying this time. You actually kind of help blow the bugs away from her. It says they're starting to dissipate from the magical energy.
Unexpected. That actually, let me see if there's an. I do have an action still. So, action because I've got both my hands out trying to blast with wind. I'm just going to take an. I'm just going to try to punch her.
Okay, unarmed strike.
Or
Oh,
that
that
a-
was damage.
Is that a 0? How'd that...
I rolled
imagine you
the
rolled
damage.
because it's one base minus his strength.
19 is gonna hit, but it does no damage?
Still does the genie's wrath.
Yeah, he's still
No,
got
they-
the +4.
Yeah,
so
plus
it's-
4?
0
What's the plus
bludgeoning and 4 thunder damage.
4 thunder damage. So as you strike, this crack of thunder hits as with the impact, and she goes flying into the wall, slams in the wall, slides down, and topples over. You can see as she was toppling over, she was getting ready to start to cast something with flame energy in her hand as you help to dissipate it. And you guys are out of encounter.
Oof.
Fucking will drop concentration on a gust of wind.
Can I go over to the bodies and look on them for keys or anything that would maybe help us later?
Yes, actually,
I'm gonna help Hazel.
all those folks that were fighting you individually, or the ones that were invisible, the
Mhm.
3, all have key rings that look like they have
Take
a
all
set
the
of
key rings.
4 rings on each one, or 4 keys on each ring.
Okay. Okay, we'll take them all.
Okay. Let me double check here.
Now that we're not fighting against Orcon's wind in this room, or her, Is there what's in this room?
I do want to also mention that the ones that went invisible are their robes are a little bit more elaborate, and they're wearing like some different colored sashes and stuff. But you notice those 3 that were invisible have necklaces of human teeth.
Ew, grody.
Hazel takes all of the necklaces.
Okay.
Get some trophies, yeah.
Some trophies, yeah.
Do they
I
have
take the
anything?
sashes.
So, since they seem to be humanoid cultists, how lit is this room? Like,
It should have torchlight in it. Is it not lit to you
All right.
guys?
no, I was just making sure before I go wandering alone and I don't have
Yeah.
any light.
This one, yeah, this one does. These do have torches in them. You do notice in that room that you're in, Odd, moving around, that there is a water is dripping. So there's tape. I didn't get a chance to read the room description because basically you guys walked in and they started fighting you immediately. But tables and chairs in this crypt are arranged to create like a meeting room or a mess hall. Water drips from a pipe into the basin in the southeast corner beneath a detailed image of a staring eye gripped in a withered hand. That would be
That's
down
one
here
spot
then.
the water goes to.
Selena, did you say something before?
I said I was going to take their sashes.
Okay, sure, yeah. You can add the cultist sashes to your inventory.
They didn't have anything else interesting on them either. Just probably just some
were-
daggers and stuff.
Yeah, they just had daggers on them. As far as like weapons,
Any money?
they didn't have any money on them.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a cult. They gotta pay their tithes.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, at least we got teeth.
This is why we tell people cults are a trap.
Okay.
Michael, during combat, the one that was kind of where Selena is now called out the other one's name.
Yeah.
Could I go over to the one that was in the corner and take its fingerprint, write its name, and put it in my journal?
Sure. So you're putting like a little ink or lead on the finger and kind of stamping it into your journal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have a set of calligrapher's supplies.
Sure. That name was Algra, Algra, that you heard.
Okay, cool. Just trying to keep track of the baddies. In case they pop
So,
up again.
at the beginning of our fight, I believe it was Cultist 5 said Oktsu.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go ahead and alter self to look like Oktsu. And also disguise self to change my clothing to Oktsu's clothing, including his sash.
Very good. You look exactly like him.
As Orkon's walking into the room and seeing Odd doing that, is going to gesture at the body on the ground. Why didn't you just take his clothes?
Because I need
Yep,
his
it's right
skin,
there.
and I'm not about to make that kind of mess. I mean, I don't know what Leatherface kind of person you think I am, but
It's his
I
clothes.
mean, the
not
hat
his
is way
face.
more convenience.
because he looked like he had a bluish tone to him. So, I'm not blue. So, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, being Otsu, I'm just gonna walk into this room right here.
Hold on.
When he walks off, Hazel yells, "Get back here, you dumbass!"
I mean, they're not able to tell that I'm not Otsu.
Yes, I'm trying to heal us all before we keep running around. Get back here.
Somebody close the door. Oh no!
Okay. If you peeked inside, basically what you saw was a kitchen.
No.
Was there anything under these beds? Or whatever these are?
Yeah, it looks like just like makeshift, like more like just like knapsacks and sleeping bags just like laying on the floor. It wasn't like really even any cots.
Oh. So nothing of it.
Yep.
Go hang out by Hazel then.
Hazel, once everyone's near her and she just looks around at everybody, is like, "Stop running around and opening doors. That's my job. and she's gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds on everyone.
I was gonna say we
wow.
could probably take a short rest, but if you want to do
Yeah,
that,
I was going to recommend the same thing. As it seems to be we're running into a little bit of trouble in here.
Well, do we want to rest and then I'll save the spell?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we should rest and
Then we'll
And
take
perhaps somebody should close the door to the south.
Yeah, we'll shut doors.
just in case somebody comes out of the kitchen.
There are knives in there.
I
As,
mean,
as you
we've
as
seen-
you go
we've
up
seen at
to
least
like,
3 invisible people, so
and as you go to close the door, like it is a mess in there. Like it doesn't look like anybody's even bothered to clean up any of the messes from this kitchen.
Typical bachelors.
You would know all about that, wouldn't you, Odd?
Yoink. I call the dibs on one of the mattresses.
So are you guys taking a short rest here? All right.
I'll
any-
save the spell then for now.
All right.
I won't
So
use it.
you guys take a moment to kind of catch your breath.
yeah,
And-
that probably is a good idea to do it in the smaller room off to the side over here. Just
Where there's mattresses.
mattresses, only 1 point of egress, things like that.
Fine.
How long would you say that Atsu was alive?
Like how old was he?
18 seconds?
No,
or...
no. Would you say he was alive for at least a minute?
It was what, like 4 rounds? So probably not.
Oh, well,
Maybe
worth a
more
shot.
like from the time you met him to the time he was deceased was probably about 20 seconds, give or take.
All right.
All right, so you guys take a rest. You can roll any hit dice that you need to replenish your character's hit points. And
you
don't-
want-
How does that work?
Short
That
rest.
only rolled in here, but
I don't know how to do that in roll 20. It might have a button on your character sheet to do it. I know D&D Beyond has a short rest button, I believe, and then you can pick how many dice you want to roll, I believe.
Let's see, 38. That means I'm missing 32. Oof. So
Roll 3 8s.
3 8s? Oh, wow.
I rolled 3 8s on my hit die, so I got almost all my health.
Amazing.
what the heck is one? I didn't put 1d8. I put 4d8. Why is it?
It was
Yeah,
being
it did the
weird.
same thing to me. It only rolled 1. So I'm just gonna roll the other 3.
That's why I rolled.
Maybe. Oh, okay. You have to click the box under it, not. Okay.
What's the blue
So-
number?
I don't know what a blue number is, but
How'd you get it to be blue?
I don't know. I clicked the box under hit dice, and that's what I got.
Huh.
So
Yeah,
21.
but
Let me see.
That'd be a total of
38
25 for
plus
me.
21, 59. Yep.
okay.
All right, so let me set that on roll 20. All right, there we go. So since we're using the new rules for Bardic Inspiration, that means we're probably using the rules that Song of Rest does not exist anymore. So
Yeah.
Oh, Song of Rest doesn't exist anymore?
Yeah, it's just
they
not
took
a
it out.
thing.
Oh, they took it out. Okay. But no, anybody who had Bardic Inspiration, this rest takes about an hour, so you would lose it here taking your short rest if you had like one from him that you're saving.
I will lose my see invisibility as well during this
See,
time.
invisibility will go away. So you guys don't hear anything in this hour of resting. What would you like to do at this point?
I'd like to clean the kitchen, set an example for future cultists.
I'm gonna use lay on hands to top myself off as well.
Okay. Okay. Some more healing
think,
energy. Oh, there you go, Selena.
Oh, Orkin's blocking the door. Never mind. I'm not cleaning the kitchen.
Orcon says no.
that's right
They
there.
made the mess. They got to do it themselves.
What is that? What is that icon on Orkin? What is that?
That's
Oh,
just a
it's the wings
flight.
from when I was flying. I
Oh, okay.
All right, so we have one other door that we haven't checked yet. Oh,
Yeah, seems to be the only way to go at the moment.
do I hear anything if I put my ear up to it?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
18.
You hear what sounds to be like some kind of shuffling of something, but it seems rather distant. So you can't really you can hear it, but you can't really pinpoint what it is or what's making that sound.
Orkan's going to look back at the group, and actually, before I do that, I'm going to very slowly and carefully open the door.
Okay.
And
you see steps leading up, and then it kind of ends in what looks like a hallway leading both east and west.
Is there any light up there?
Yes, there is a torch, right at the top of the stairs up there. So these areas are lit.
Orkan was going to offer to go alone at first if it was dark, so that maybe we could get a drop on him. But there's light.
Do you want me to go in since I'm still Oxu?
Either you or me, I think.
It's up to you if you want to take the lead, Odd. Feel free.
I'll go take a look inside. Whee! Hey, somebody shut the door again.
And Orkan's trying to sneak up behind him. So.
Okay. Odd, as you get to this point in the hall, you can see to the left down the hall, it ends in a door, and then it looks like it turns to the south. You can also see a couple of other doors on the way there. To the right, you can see there's a door to the north, but it opens up, and what you can see look like library bookshelves, and you can see a couple individuals in there, like toting boxes and crates, and looks like they're reorganizing the shelves and moving books around.
Oh, I'm gonna peek over here. Boop.
As you walk in there, one of the cultists right next to you kind of drops some of the books, seeing you walk in. It's like, Ox2, I'm sorry, you startled me a little bit. I was reorganizing these shelves, it's for the cause,
And I kind of just roll my eyes and give him a grunt, like, while doing this performance, though, I'm gonna take the time to look around the room and observe what I see here. What's going on up north? What is that?
So you can see that there's long, low shelves all around this room, and they're canted at irregular angles due to the uneven. You'll notice there's uneven stones in the floor. So it looks like it's going to be. It's one of those things where you're walking on a very broken sidewalk, and your feet aren't sure with each step how high to pick up your foot to clear the bumps and stuff. The shelves are crammed with books, scrolls, and different portfolios and things. There are 4 robed cultists. They're kind of looking towards these ghouls at the bottom, and the ghouls have books in their hands, and they're being very haphazard with them and dropping it on the ground. It's oh, you fools! Be careful with that. That's important knowledge.
Which one just said that?
Probably this guy right here, down here in this corner. Kind of shouting towards these ghouls down here. It looks like they've have these ghouls following their commands and doing things for them.
I'm not seeing a ping. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I shifted down here. I held shift ping. You're not seeing. It's not moving your. Oh, sorry. How about now?
Oh, okay. No. Yeah.
Sorry,
no.
I was on for some reason I was on the wrong layer. I apologize. You also see there's a stone coffin that rests against the north wall. Its top is carved to look like pages of an open book. Engraved on the book's pages, as you're looking up there, since you walked up there, you see the name Aaron Griffinstone.
And the sarcophagus is closed and still sealed?
Yes, still sealed.
I would like to shout back at this cultist number 9. Doing my best impression of Atsu, given the time that he was alive, so I'm not going to be able to use the Master of Intrigue to mimic his speech patterns perfectly. So I'm going to have to roll on performance to rely on it. But I am going to say, what is this? You've made no progress in investigating the sarcophagus. Get those ghouls over here, and I want this open now.
Make a persuasion check. With the, I'll give you advantage with your performance roll.
Oh, thank you. So that's my first roll, and then that's my second roll.
I mean,
I
the
did
one kind
good.
of like they all kind of like look towards you. And I mean, Oxty, we were just under strict orders not to mess with it. I mean, we could gladly open it for you if you'd like, but we were told by Gerard to just let it be.
Did Gerard explain why to let it be? Because this could yield valuable treasures to benefit our cult.
I don't know. There was some hesitation beyond opening it. He was more concerned with making sure that we stocked this library full of all of our personal libraries and the books and the knowledge we were able to steal and bring here. You know.
Well, could you at least come here and help me decipher these inscriptions? All of you, could you all come here?
Do you think it would really help with the ritual?
We don't know until we actually apply ourselves. You see, gentlemen, this is what team building is about. We have to work together to see if this is going to help the movement.
Oxty, you're acting very strange. You never once talked about team building before. What is this?
Am I alone here? I'm telling you to come over here and help me with this inscription. I'm not asking.
Oh, right. Of course. And he kind of like starts waving over to the other like cultists. Let's Ox 2. We'll do our best.
And I kind of step back so that they can surround the sarcophagus and try to decipher the inscription.
Yep, they're all kind of moving. They command the ghouls to come up and help because that's what you had asked them to do. So they're all kind of like moving up here and kind of surrounding looking at the inscription and just like looking over it, milling about.
Odd is gonna step back enough to see Orkin and give him a hand
Orkin's
signal,
like peeking around the corner.
that it's all clear, that they can move freely all along that hallway. And he's gonna say to the cultist, "Good, very good. Tell me what that inscription says. Let's work on this."
Okay, we will do what we can. And the other cultists are like, do you have any idea what that says? Oh my goodness, it's just a lot of stuff. I mean, okay, go get them to find some of those books with the languages in it. I mean, it's. And they're just kind of like whispered back and forth.
Odd's hand gesture, Organ's gonna sort of turn the corner to the opposite direction and go left from where Odd went. And stopping at this door and is just putting an ear up to it, listening, trying to see if there's anything on the other side of it.
Make a perception check.
There you are. Perception.
You hear like a scratching noise, but that's it.
What sort of scratching? Like somebody scratching on the floor?
With a 6, you're not really sure.
Okay.
It's an
Organ's
itch.
gonna turn back a little, look at Forrest, and just sort of go. And gonna slowly open the door and take a look inside.
All right. As you open the door, you see
Oh,
two massive ape-like creatures One
I
of them
love
was
that
like
reaction.
scratching at the wall on the other side, and when you open the door, like one like looked right at you, and then you close the door, and that's where we're gonna end this episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin.
She's gonna spend that last second locking eyes with Oregon. What did you see?
Oh no.
So we'll find out what happens to the party next time.